Heaven or Hell Podcast 2 action.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Okay, hold
I
on.
guess.
All right, this is second episode with Second State and Krax.
I am here.
What's up?
All right, Scott,
Yes.
you went somewhere this weekend, right?
Yeah. So I actually just met up with some college friends at Mitsuwa Market in New Jersey. Anyone in New Jersey probably knows about it. It's
Don't
just
lie.
some big. Do you not?
No, it's a South Jersey doesn't know about that.
Really? Okay.
If I ever run into anyone in New Jersey, I'll be like, "You better know what Mitsuwa Market is."
You
or
better
else you're
know.
not from New
If you don't-
Jersey.
If you don't know, you fake.
So it's a big Asian market, and they have it's just like a food market with a big food area. My brain's going blank here.
Food market with food area.
It's like a cafeteria style thing, and then they have a bunch of like weebish stores along the side of the market. Like it's in its own building.
Well, it's
So-
an actual place that sells like some good weeb shit.
Yeah, like
it's not like it's not FYE or GameStop.
yes.
What do you
none
mean?
of that shit.
GameStop has the best weeb shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, you see those Funkos.
Like it's a legit bookstore that has figures, Japanese movies, Japanese manga, even English manga. That whole section for that. Even a bunch of like random gotcha pool boxes, which I bought into this time, unfortunately.
How much did you spend on your gotchas?
I literally only spent $6. I told my friend, I was like, "Yo, dive into hell with me and buy one of these boxes." So we found it was like one of those $6 box things. It was ReZero pins. He wanted Rem, I wanted Ram. He got Rem, and I got green-haired bitch. I don't remember. I don't even remember her name.
She doesn't even get a name. Just
I don't.
green hair.
I actually just don't remember her name. But yeah, I didn't buy anything else. So I usually when I go, I like commit to buying a figure or something. Like last time, like yeah, Vince, you were with me. I bought one of the ReZero Ram figures there. She was sitting down. The figure's dope.
She was sitting down. That was good.
I bought a bunch of stuff from there. But it's always fun, just good food, always restocking on Japanese snacks and other random weeb shit.
I'm a very big fan of the rice balls they have there.
Yeah. So whenever I go, if you haven't been there and you're like from the area, I usually get there around. It opens at 9:30, but you get there 9:30 to 10. That's when the rice ball and sushi place there opens. The rest of the food court, that's the word.
We got there.
The rest of the food court doesn't open until later, but you get there early because these rice balls run out fast, and they're very cheap. Like it was like not even $2, like this big salmon rice ball. So I got two of them usually when I go.
What was the one that I get?
You got it's the spicy bomb. It's like
spicy bomb.
spicy tuna salmon. There's some other thing all wrapped in seaweed. It's like normally you see like the things in the anime where it's like the rice ball and it has a small piece across the bottom. These are completely wrapped in seaweed. Like well, the bomb is. The salmon one I got just has like the one that looked like
generic
in
strap.
your little Chinese cartoons.
The jelly donuts.
The jelly, yeah, it looks like
Oh
jelly
yeah, the
donuts.
jelly donuts. Yeah.
And everything else just and like but the spicy bomb is completely wrapped in seaweed. Like it's just a ball of dark green. You bite into it and it's just the rice and the sand. It wraps the flavor in. It's really good.
The spicy fish.
Spicy fish.
That's really good. That's probably like my favorite rice ball place.
Yeah, I haven't had anything better than that, honestly. Speaking of food, in the past 2 weeks, I actually showed Vincent like how good tasty cakes are, because he just never had a tasty cake before.
Wait, he didn't know how tasty cakes?
Well, I haven't like bought it that much. It's like, oh, it's a tasty cake. It's a sin to buy it because it's probably really good.
It's a sin to buy it.
Well, like it's like, oh, tasty cakes. You got your tasty cakes. You got their Little Debbie's. Is that
Yeah,
what they're
Little
called?
Debbie's is the
Fuck
other
Little
one.
Debbie though.
And it's like
She ain't tasty cake.
I understand if you're uninformed, they all look the same, but they're not. Tasty cakes are godlike. And that's actually something that is to this area even. Like if you're West Coast, you may not even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know people that have them shipped out to them.
Yeah.
It's in East Coast?
They started... so after we talked about this, I actually looked to see how far this expands. Apparently, like, the branches started expanding down through Florida already, so they're, like, almost across all of the East Coast now.
I didn't know it was a Northeast thing.
Yeah, it's like Wawa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Wawa, yeah.
Wawas, as some people call it with the S.
There's no
Wawa.
S
Oh,
there.
God. They say Wawas?
Wawas. Some people say
Yeah.
Wawas, and I think it's funny.
Wait, where do they even get the S?
I don't know. New Yorkers say it a lot, actually, is where I hear it the most. And people who, like, fly in for, like CEO Otaku has the Wawa right there. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to make the quick Wawas run. Like, where's the S coming from?
Look at the sign.
Like, I guess it's just Sheets and then Wawas. They slap the Z on anyway.
Let's talk about Sheets, okay?
Let's not talk
So-
about Sheets.
I like
really
Sheets
wanted-
better than Wawa.
I really wanted to like Sheets, man, but
I
I
really
also
like
probably
Sheetz.
just ordered the wrong things.
So,
Let's not talk about it.
what did you order when we went? You got
Oh,
like
okay,
a
the last
a
time-
chili dog or some shit?
A chili dog with no chili, but
Wait,
wait,
I
what?
did like.
It was... You tell it.
I mean, the chili. I asked for a chili dog, and I didn't get any chili in it.
Did you go back and say, where's my chili?
No, because it wasn't worth the effort. I mean, it might have been like a little thin toothpaste size of chili that had already like melted in the bread, whatever the word
And it
is.
just had raw onion on it with this little chili and dog. It was... Oh.
Well, I mean, I did like the popcorn chicken wrap I got.
Popcorn
With-
chicken wrap.
And I don't know what I expected when I got the Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce because it was just Dr. Pepper sauce.
That sounds awful.
A lot of people like it, actually.
And I reminded myself, yeah, I don't really like soda that much, but
Now you have a barbecue sauce with it.
I guess. But yeah, like, if you go to Sheets, their mac and cheese is good. Their wraps are good. Their fries are really good.
tell us what to get then.
Yeah, I'm telling you what to get right
What
now.
do you order? What do you order? What do you order?
Their burger... I had friends in college who got, like, the mini burger sliders. Those are hit and miss, depending on where you go.
Burger.
I never had an issue with wraps. Never had... The fries are always good everywhere. Oh, the chicken sandwiches are normally good. I would get those a lot in college. Like, I literally had a Sheets right next to my campus. So that's where I went. Midnight Sheets runs and stuff.
I'm gonna go turn off my heater real quick.
You can do that. I'll keep running off the snack stuff. So actually, I had a friend... When they were over, they saw that Chuck E. Cheese was on Grubhub.
Hell yeah.
While we're on this fall food thing. And he ordered Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I remember it always being so good. I'm like, dude, Chuck E. Cheese is garbage. Like, you were just a kid hopped up on adrenaline. Anything would have tasted good at that point. So
But Chuck E. Cheese is the best.
it's not. So he ordered it, and it comes in. He takes one bite, and it's like, it's not what I remember. He's like, they probably changed the recipe or something. I'm like, no, I guarantee you this is the same garbage you had as a kid. This cardboard with cheese.
That's
Trying
the
to
best kind of
convince
pizza.
me that this is actually...
Sorry, I just came back. What pizza are you ordering from?
We were talking about when one of our local guys ordered Chuck E. Cheese pizza
Oh.
because he found it on Grubhub and it was trash.
It's been a while.
Alright, so I'm going on Grubhub now and ordering 10 pies to your house, by the way.
Please don't. I don't want it.
You're getting...
I mean, thank you. It's food, but I don't want it.
I don't think you want to eat that, though.
I don't. I will, but I prefer not to.
Let's talk about Pizza Hut because I haven't gotten Pizza Hut in a while, but are they the only people that sell stuffed crust?
As far as I know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
See, I actually miss Pizza Hut. People tell me they hate it.
See, I was just there. I was just there because you can eat in. Eat in the Pizza Hut, get your nice pizza, and abuse when it's $5.99 any top or as many toppings as you want. Put every topping you can.
My family used to always go during the pizza buffets.
Yeah, I haven't been to one of those in like a while.
Yeah, do those even exist?
I don't think
I'll
so.
hit up a
of course.
pizza buffet
Really?
again.
I mean, last time I walked in the Pizza Hut, back in like, I mean, when I ordered a Pizza Hut pizza once, I walked in, and the pizza buffet stuff was out. I was like, huh. Oh, and they had Crazy Taxi.
Yo, Crazy Taxi?
Did
Yeah.
they? My Pizza Hut only had those shitty crane games. And those touchscreen things that every place had in like the 2010-ish?
Talking like Fruit Ninja stuff?
Kinda. It's like those things that just
Touchscreen?
had like Bejeweled and that monster game and that
Oh, those
weird
things.
block thing. Yeah, those.
I don't remember though. Okay.
You'd like go in a
Dude.
bar or some sleazy place and just
Yeah.
be there.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
I miss arcades just at like random laundromats having Street Fighter 2 cabinets or just things like that. My bowling alley used to have a lot of cabinets, and now they don't have an arcade anymore. Or their arcades that shitty ticket stuff.
Oh, baby. I haven't checked my local.
I used to always play the Samurai Showdown 1 cabinet at my old bowling alley, and now it's just not there. They don't
And
have
I don't
any
remember.
anymore.
I don't remember any like noticeable arcade machines at bowling alleys or anything. I mean, you got Buckshot HD.
Ooh, baby, that's always a good one.
Skee ball.
I definitely
Skee
played.
ball, Buckshot.
I definitely played Need for Speed Tokyo Drift in the arcades at the bowling alley.
I played Soul Calibur at some bowling alleys.
I played Mario Kart at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yo,
Oh my god. Chuck E.
was
Cheese
glad they
pizza
had that.
sucks.
Luckily, I don't remember anything about it, but I was never freaked out about the animatronics either.
Neither was I. They were just kind of there.
I don't think I remember even looking at them.
I see that. I understand that they're creepy. I get it.
I remember watching them.
They spawned a whole series of video games.
They did.
They?
Yeah, Five
Yeah,
Nights at
Five
Freddy's.
Nights at Freddy's. That whole game was inspired by
Is
animatronics.
that actually the cause of inspiration for?
There
Yeah,
are
creepy
animatronics.
Yeah, it's just creepy animatronics.
They're animatronics that like came
guess
to
that-
life and try and.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not Chuck E. Cheese.
No, but I feel like most people's source of animatronic fears come from Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, like where else?
I want to know that.
There's some like restaurants that would have animatronic shows, but aside from that, I never actually been to one besides Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's like an East Coast thing. I don't know.
I was never creeped out by clowns either.
Neither was I.
Hey, yo, when was the last amusement park? Last time you went to an amusement park?
Oh boy.
We
Yeah, mine's been a while.
talking like
Knoebels
Six
or
Flags?
Hershey's.
Yeah, Six
maybe.
Flags.
Oh, then,
Yeah,
like-
probably.
I was in Disneyland 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm 24 now.
I fucking love water parks, by the way.
Oh boy, it would have been hella ago.
Do either of you know what Great Wolf Lodge is?
I keep seeing the commercials for it. That's about it.
They're commercials.
Yeah, there's commercials for it.
It's very nice and cozy.
It's got that Lob
I haven't been there
aesthetic.
Yeah, I haven't been there since like elementary school. There's also an indoor water park called Splash Lagoon, but that's like near Buffalo. I assume that's near Buffalo, New York. Great Wolf Lodge is also near Buffalo, New York.
None of those are ringing a bell for me.
Yeah, because none of you are from Buffalo, New York.
How do you know
Yeah,
none of us are
but it's
from
like-
Buffalo, New York?
Normally, information at least travel. I mean, I guess I can't say that because like we were just talking about tasty cakes and Mitsuwa Market, and most people don't know what that is. So
Are tasty cakes? I would think people would know what that is.
at this point, you would think, but like
Because it's like
you
food,
can't
but like
assume.
Mitsuwa Market's probably.
It's kind of
not.
it's very niche.
Yeah.
But I mean, people would be very happy to know what it is if they're the type that like that stuff.
Indeed.
I didn't buy anything when I went there other than like food.
Because you went dive into gotcha hell with me.
It's a like, oh, you thought mobile games were bad?
Not
Where
real
where
life gotcha.
where yeah.
Actual gotcha.
It's like
And
man,
those-
that's like $6 for one thing. It's like
And those gotcha things are super weird because like you can like that pin I bought it for $6. I can flip it on eBay for like $8 because people would rather pay $8 and get what they want rather than pay $6 for a random box. It's
yeah.
insane. It's so weird.
But like it's gonna be hard if you can't find it on eBay, like that chunky Astolfo bean.
Yeah.
Not the meme Astolfo bean that everyone knows that says
Suck.
gay things or whatever.
This-
Yeah. Some other different bean looking ass.
Some other different bean looking asshole.
I only know that bean looking ass.
Yeah, I'm looking this up.
Well, did you take a picture of it? I mean, you could probably find it some other time.
Probably. Oh, you mean that other one? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that you didn't get.
Yeah. So when me and Vince went last time, they had like these little gotcha boxes for Upacraft, and it wasn't that bean suck one, like where it's laying down.
Yeah.
It was like sitting up, like an egg almost. It was like a little round. It's a Stolfo, Saber, Mordred, Jean, the main dude. I forget his name.
Lancer and Archer.
Yeah, and it was a whole those, but it was like round sitting up rather than the laying down one. And
it was a gremlin, yeah.
I looked on eBay while we were there, like on my phone, and I was like, I can't find this, but I kind of want it.
I kind of want this shit.
Oh, that's what gets you to
yeah,
pay the gacha.
Like, so actually, when I went to Mitsuwa's last time, she was looking at the $450 Pushin, the giant one, for like a year now, and she actually bought it this time.
Excuse me, that was $450?
Yeah, and we were looking for it online. We could only find it listed for $400, sold out. So, like, stuff like that, you're not gonna find anywhere else. Like, it wasn't on Amazon or eBay when we looked. So, like, it has things like that like they just have in stock that are just sold out online, or you just can't find them through normal means.
I find it weird that it's kind of hard to find online because Pushin's one of the more like well-known.
But this is a Giga Pushin.
He's chunky.
I mean, like a random gacha of anime characters versus Pushin. I feel like you'd find. Actually, I retract my statement.
If you want this for scale, we have a 2-seater couch in our living room. It takes up the whole couch.
All right, how'd you fit it in your car?
We just put it in the back seat.
It
took up the whole back seat.
Did you put anything else in the back seat?
No, everything else went in the trunk. I don't know if Pushin would have fit in the trunk.
Probably not.
Chunky ass.
Without risk of getting it smushed.
Now, Vince, you were trying to talk to me about chunky animals recently. You want to go into that?
Oh yeah, okay. Let's cause like I love the calling things chunky. It's a good term. But like when you look at a picture of a fat obese animal, I can't help but feel sad.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have real chunky pets.
Like IRL chunky animals are a bit. It's almost upsetting.
But did you know that the pictures of chunky animals are real animals?
I know.
That's why I can't help but feel sad.
Like that chunky crying cat. That's actually a chunky cat.
I wish it was an actual crying cat.
No, it's just a chunky cat.
Crying's fake.
Well, there's the original crying cat, but then like the big eyes. That's fine.
Yeah. The actual crying pictures have been edited.
Yeah. The chunk is always there.
Yeah, I just want to segue back to snacks real quick because recently Girl Scout cookies started being a thing. They started coming out. Those are godlike.
Yes, when I went to when I was coming back from my post Valentine's Day half off Valentine's candy.
Yeah, discount candy day.
Yeah. It was all half off at Walgreens, but then they also had Kit Kat for an extra 50% off because they overstocked, I guess. So I bought 2 bags. And they were gone within, I guess, 3 days.
Jesus Christ.
Let's not worry about that. Yeah, so on the walk back from somewhere, or from Walgreens to on campus, they had the Girl Scout cookies, and then I couldn't help. It's like, ooh, I would love to buy them from you, but I just got these like 2 bags of Kit Kat. So maybe some.
You should have bought me some boxes. I need more bucks.
I didn't know you were interested. They also did not have the peanut butter ones.
Oh, that's what.
But I was interested. I did like the s'mores ones.
Yeah, peanut butter patties are the best Girl Scout cookies.
I don't think I've had those.
They're like those tasty cakes, but they're cookie instead of cake.
I mean,
literally.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there's tasty cake where it's like a small vanilla cake with peanut butter on it, and it's completely coated in chocolate. It's very similar to those cookies. If you know one or the other, it makes sense. But maybe it's like the holiday stuff. The holiday Reese's peanut butter cups are also godlike. Like the Christmas trees.
The Christmas tree and the Christmas egg and the
Easter eggs,
tree.
Valentine's hearts and pumpkins, yeah.
Pumpkins. Oh. Because I like those because they have more peanut butter than
less chocolate, more peanut butter. Makes everyone happy.
It's great.
Except What about that time you got that galactic Reese's?
Oh, like the
Okay,
the
so
5-pound Reese's.
I told Elle to go into the Wawa to get me some of the peanut butter trees. Yeah, it was Christmas time. And she comes out with 2 things of peanut butter trees and then a giant peanut butter cup. She's like, I thought you would want it. I'm like, this isn't a tree. This is a giant peanut butter cup.
I told you, trees.
I said tree.
This isn't what I wanted.
So it took us forever to get through that because we actually... It was too much.
How long
peanut
did you
butter.
have that there? Because I
Oh,
only
boy.
remembered seeing it like 2 times. The 2 times I visited.
So it was sitting on our fridge because I just didn't want to open it because the moment I open it, I'm committing to eating it. So
That's
it
fair.
was just on my fridge for like a month. Like I just didn't want to eat it, and
So
then
that's
I'm
why I
like,
didn't see it.
I have to get rid of this. So I cracked it open and started eating it. Took me like
You
2
cracked
weeks to get
cold.
get
You
through
cracked
it.
open a cold one.
I cracked open a cold Reese's.
But was it with the boys?
If only. I wouldn't
I
put my
wouldn't.
boys under that scrutiny.
Nah, you know I'd be eating that shit.
It was a big boy.
I would have cleaned that shit up for you.
I understand.
Didn't you clean that up?
I did.
No, okay.
He had some. I cut it into
I'm
like
pretty
eighths.
sure you ate that.
I cut it into like pie pieces almost. It was too goddamn big.
The last fourth of it that you left, like a month later, I ate it.
Oh yeah. Thank God. I don't want to deal with it.
Why not though?
It's too much.
But all
Yeah,
Reese's,
it's a bit much.
they're all good
chocolate.
though.
It gives me a tummy ache.
Like, James, why would you rather have a peanut butter tree than that? Like that 5-pound, but of like cut into the same size of a tree
Well,
or
see,
an egg or a pumpkin.
I have no self-control, so that whole Reese's cup would have been gone in a 20-minute span.
I'd say the same, but I think it's like, I guess like the sturdiness of the chocolate on the 5-pounder.
You know, it's got that extra sturdy.
Yeah, so like when I was cutting into it, the shell just started breaking because the chocolate was so thin and it was just so much peanut butter in the middle that me trying to like cut it into eighths, like
Should've
actually
frozen it.
started cracking. It was a lot,
If you froze it, it would have been better.
probably.
I haven't. Cause I keep seeing, oh, try it frozen at Wawa, but I never.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't gonna buy like 1 bar of candy at a
I'm buying like 12.
gas store.
Yeah. So Vincent, what you do these past 2 weeks?
Do I remember right now?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Oh God.
I heard you started Danganronpa.
Oh yeah. That was last weekend. This weekend I got back into Steins Gate and then I played it for like 5 hours until like 4 a.m. I did the same with Danganronpa last weekend.
You got through one case, right?
I got through 2 cases. So
Oh,
yeah,
got you.
I guess we'll go into spoilers.
Yeah, James, have you played it? Yeah.
I played. Well, so I watched the anime of the first one, and then
Okay, cool.
proceeded to try and play the first game. Realized I knew literally everything, and then never bought the others.
Yeah. Do you plan on it? Like, can we go into this?
I mean, I'll probably forget by the time I get around to it.
Okay.
I watched the first 2 cases, I think, of the first. Yeah, I watched the first 2 cases of the first game, and then I still played it, and I still enjoyed it.
I mean, yeah.
Same with watching the Steins Gate anime years ago, and then starting the visual novel, like only this past year. But hey, that means you get to re-experience the Karisu again, so that's good.
And all the
It's a
tutu.
it's a good refresher. It's a good refresher. Oh
So-
no, she's dead.
Rip.
It's not something you forget, but you forget how you can enjoy Karisu again.
So Vince, how did you enjoy the first case?
First case of,
Danganronpa V3.
so he died. Oh yeah, I got.
We should probably put a spoiler thing here.
Oh, yeah, we already said it was gonna be spoilers,
Flash
but
the
I was like, damn, I got had. Oh my god,
Oh, you've been
I didn't
had?
expect that at all. I was like, wow, I'm in for a ride, aren't I?
Yup.
Because my friend Ben told me it's his favorite. Because I thought he said 2 was his favorite, but yeah, I guess I see why 3 can be his favorite. Yeah, so I finished the second case.
I liked some of the cases in 3. 2 is my favorite because I enjoyed the characters more. Like 2 had my favorite characters.
You mean like Chonky Boy returning from #1?
Yeah, so Fat Byakuya is great. Ibuki's my favorite Danganronpa character, free. And a lot of the other characters in there were just enjoyable. There were some I hated, like Lolly Dance Chick. I hated her so much. Chiaki's cool. Hinata's cool. Sonia's cool.
I like Chiaki. Which her name's the dancer person. What's her name? Not Chiaki.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chiaki.
Whatever. The
Fuck,
dancer
what is her
person. The one with the blonde hair
Yeah, I
that gets
hate
like
her.
a growth spurt. I like her trope, but I don't like the way they presented her.
I don't. What she just gets mad. I hate that.
I don't know.
Oh, and Gundam. Gundam was great. I love Gundam.
Is that the Scarf Man?
Yeah, Scarf Man, Ultimate Breeder.
He is my favorite guy from 2.
Yeah, he's so cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's a ninja guy. So you.
No, I just like his gimmick, and he's voiced by Sugita, who does like Ragna Gintoki from Gintama.
Oh shit.
He did Joseph Joestar, so he's one of my favorite voice actors too.
Also, I play with English voices, and you play with Japanese
What's wrong with you?
voices. There's some like certain charm with the English voices. Like it's bad, but like
I mean,
I like it for a reason.
Like, my only thing where I can agree with that is Soul Eater. I watched dubbed. I watched it 4 times now, I believe, dubbed. I need to watch it. I want to watch it subbed. I just want to like get through it and see like how the voices are, because I haven't seen it subbed yet. Everything else I watched is subbed. It's just Soul Eater is what got me into anime, so it's when I watched it dubbed.
How old are you again?
24.
Okay, you're 3 years older. 3 years older than me. I just find it weird that I guess I found Soul Eater earlier than you.
Yeah. Well, because I was a Narutard forever.
you still are.
Yeah.
A little bit. Shippuden sucks.
I mean, it's not like you'd back. Well, actually, you'd back Naruto, but not like as they are now. Shippuden. And
I hate
Boruto.
Shippuden. I hate Boruto. I like the original series.
So you like Boruto's dad, but you
I
don't
like
like
Boruto's dad. Yeah.
Shippuden.
I don't like Boruto. I don't like Boruto's dad Shippuden. No.
Okay.
Shippuden had some things I liked. Like Hidan is my favorite Akatsuki member. He's dope. But like everything else around in Shippuden, I don't. Like Shippuden was just a way to force a power creep quickly. Honestly.
I mean, they show the characters as they're older, but then I didn't really care anything out of that.
And then you're like, oh, I don't care.
That's a neat gimmick. And they do that at the end of Shippuden. Spoilers, Naruto becomes Hokage. And
Wait, what?
And so they show the time jump there, and they show that through Boruto as well, but it's not what I like, honestly.
Honestly, just play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. It's better.
Don't do that. Play Clash of Ninja. It's at least okay.
Was that Clash of Ninja, the PS2 one?
It was the Wii one.
Yeah, that's the
Never
Wii one.
Clash of Ninja was GameCube and then Wii. It was like actually a 2D fighter with very simplified controls.
Going back to Danganronpa, it's like it's not bad enough that it's like unbearable, but like that's kind of why I like it. They have it decent enough to where I like
The
it.
dubs, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The dubs are good. To be fair, the dubs are actually good.
They are, yeah. But I guess the only one I remember not liking was MC in the first one, Naegi's, right?
Yeah, I've only
That's his
watched
name?
the anime of one, so
Yeah.
I don't like his English voice, I suppose. I also didn't like the part where whenever you point out a truth bullet, the music cuts off and then he voices why it's a truth bullet. It's like, please don't ruin that.
Don't ruin
It's,
this
it's,
for me.
it's an abrupt music stop. And I don't remember 2 doing that.
I think Ace Attorney does that, but it's like the music starts, I think, when you pick the right evidence. I haven't played Ace Attorney. I've only watched the anime so far.
You mean when you scream objection into your DS?
But that, it stops during the scream. I'd be okay if when it stops the music when he says objection.
Oh, okay.
But I don't like. But like, I'd be fine if Naegi or Danganronpa if they cut the music when they say, "Here's why you're wrong," and then it shows, "Oh, truth bullet counter," but not when it does the truth bullet counter, and then it zooms up on him, and then the music cuts off, and then he's
Oh, I
explaining.
see. Okay.
Actually, oh yeah, you didn't play the first game.
Yeah,
Well, we watched the anime.
I did watch the anime.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think they cut off the music abruptly either in that.
Yeah, probably not. It's been so long. I watched that in college.
Let's talk about Danganronpa 3.
So the anime sucks. I started it. The premise was neat, and it went from the normal Danganronpa formula to like a battle royale, and I'm like,
Wait.
no.
What?
Like, it just turned into, like, everyone started fighting in different corners of this place instead of, like, the normal formula. They're like, go find who killed him.
But I don't regret watching it because I mainly wanted to see, like, what happened with the two characters. Now, I guess the one characters, but if you put aside everything else, put aside the fact that the whole premise of them, like, just turning on each other, even after years of being in the whatever council they were in, and then they used to just kill off each other. It's like, oh.
Like, I only started watching it because I like Aoi, I think her name is. She was my favorite one character, and she was in there. But the show was just whack, trash. I hated how V3. I don't want to spoil it, but at the end they just acknowledge the anime existed.
It's just like, hey.
And I hate that.
I'm kind of glad
like,
that
hey.
happens then.
It's in like the credits. They acknowledge it.
Credits of V3?
Yeah. They acknowledge the timeline of 1, 2, 3, V3.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I want to get into that as well, because it's completely spoiler free. Once you beat the game, you unlock a new mode. It's like a little RPG dungeon with Danganronpa characters. And you get characters through a gacha system. Well, you get the default base of V3 characters. And then there's 3 rarities to every character. There's normal, rare, and then ultra rare. Well, there's rare, super rare, rare. And they say it, no, it's normal, super, whatever. There's 3 rarities. And you get these cards through a gacha system where you get money from the dungeon, go back, either buy from the Danganronpa 1, 2, or V3 machine. And then you get the characters from there. And it's neat because the characters are broken into 3 different archetypes. You have the damage types, you have the magic types, and then you have the supporting types, like healers, or they put up barriers for elements. And it's a very bare bones generic RPG, but with the characters, it's just fun. And the more dungeons you go through, the higher rarity you get. I eventually beat all 100 floors of the dungeon. I got every ultra rare card and all the equipment in the game because it was fun. And it didn't take too long. It didn't overstay its welcome for me.
I mean, that sounds a lot more exciting than whatever post-game game they had for 1 and 2. I didn't care for those.
Yeah, I didn't even touch those. Well, for 2 at least. And
it's the same as 1.
Oh, is it? Ugh.
Probably less because in 2 you had like building stuff, didn't you?
I actually didn't even start it. It didn't look interesting.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't even. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because in V3, well, you unlock a mode where you can level up these 3 characters. So you level them up. And then once you level up 1 character, you unlock the dungeon. You can take them into the dungeon. So you have like this training program that you make characters in. Then you take those made characters into the dungeon. They don't level up in the dungeon. They only level up on the training program. And once you finish the training program, it locks that level, locks their stats. You can't take that character back in. You can only start them from the beginning of the training program. Which is a neat take on a level up and character building system. Which if you get to that, I would say at least check it out. But it's big fun. I literally just wanted the Ultra Rare Ibuki and I ended up beating the whole game.
Did you get her though?
Yes, it took forever.
Damn, I wanted a Buki, but then I just enjoyed the whole game. Fucking.
Was it enjoyment, or did he just wind up beating the game on his road to getting her?
So, as I said, the machines are split between the 3 games of the gachas. I pulled all the normals and super rares of every Dangan 3 character. Then I pulled all the ultra rares except a Buki and 3 others. So she was like one of the last ultra rares I got for V3. And then the other 2 machines of 1 and 2 were much easier because the farther you get, like when you get to the end of the game, you have a 33% chance of pulling an ultra rare. Where at the beginning, you have a 0% chance, then it's 0, then 0.5, then 1, 2, 3, 5, and it just keeps shooting up until the last machine, which has a 33% chance of an ultra rare. So it gets easier as you go to get them.
I hope people think this is what Danganronpa is who have never played it.
So this is
gotchas. And...
This is the end game. This isn't what Danganronpa is.
This is the post game, extra game.
So I looked up a guide for this because I was curious, like what all was in this dungeon, and people were making jokes like when the end game has more strategy than your main game because of how much goes into it.
Has more thought to it.
And so if you haven't played Danganronpa, it's like Ace Attorney or
Ace
Zero
Attorney.
Escape. I haven't played either of those, by the way. I just know what they are. Someone dies, you solve the case, you go into a courtroom. Courtroom minigames come up, you solve the case through that with evidence you found throughout the game's chapter, and then you execute at the end whoever did the murder, or everyone gets executed if you don't solve it right. Of course, you just reload a save then and do it again.
Nah, Iron Man can't reload saves.
Yeah, I feel like those death games in anime are definitely pick up Danganronpa.
So actually, we can get into this. Vince, favorite cases from 2. Favorite and worst cases from 2.
I have to remember which of the cases were on 2. I'd have to look this up.
Here, I'll help you. So, favorite case is I think it's case 4, where they're in the funhouse. Because the funhouse, they were locked in, added a lot of thinking to it. Like, how did he get here in this place? And it was figuring out the building you're in while also trying to solve the case. Like, how things happen, what the murderer found that you haven't found yet about this place. And that's like one of my favorite Danganronpa cases. The case from 3, the first one, is fun. And there's some other ones later we can talk about. My least favorite case is... I hate to sound biased because it's the murder of my favorite character.
I didn't mind that one.
There's one case where... I'm just going to go into it, jump like 5 minutes ahead if you're going to play 2.
I'll put timestamps.
So, in the game, they have a movie that plays. If no one kills anyone in the game, I mean, it's all scripted anyway, but they have what they call a motivator for the players to kill each other, as in the characters in this death game. And the motivation for this case was they played a movie, and the movie showed someone killing people in 3 different ways. And then, I don't really understand why it was a motivator, though. And then, in the case, the first person died the same way in the movie. And why? Why did they even follow the movie?
Yeah, I see.
Like, they had no reason to actually copy the movie. She had literally 0 motivation to do that.
No one would realistically have any reason to follow the deaths in the movie.
Yeah.
Did they follow it all 3 ways?
No, they only did 2
I
of
don't
them.
remember.
So the first
but
one...
did they follow the second one, the hanging?
Yeah. So
Or
the
no,
first
stab.
one was they killed my favorite character, Ibuki. They killed her by brainwashing her and having her kill herself on thing. And when they were setting that up, someone walked in, and so they killed her, the person who walked in. And they killed her through another way in the case. I forget all the details, but it was like the murderer had 0 reason to copy the movie. Like, they weren't related to the movie at all. They had no reason. Like, it was a very bad gimmick. It was like the worst gimmick I've seen in the Danganronpa games. But yeah, Vince, you have anything to add? Like, do you have your favorite at least?
That case, I hate how that case just had the stupidest execution.
It did. It was very dumb.
Yeah, and that, like, all the other ones were great, but this one's stupid.
Yeah, so another Danganronpa thing. I mean, but it is spoilers, so if you haven't played it, you may want to play it, so you're probably not even listening to this section.
We're already doing... We already intended this to be a spoiler thing, because we said, spoilers, and I'll put timestamps.
I'll come back, because I wanted to explain the executions. The game has very well animated executions of the Blackened, they call it, the person who actually killed someone.
Yeah, they're cool. That's one of the appeals of, like in the death game shit. But, like, everyone has all these cool death executions, and just this person just gets launched into space from a giant arm. Like, okay.
Like a big old catapult, just...
Everyone else out here getting stabbed by animatronics. samurai getting
run over by
himself.
wildebeests and
Oh my god, he's the coolest boy around.
he saved the Devas of Destruction.
Oh my god, he's such a he's the coolest boy around.
He's so great.
You wanted to go into the other executions?
I mean, we don't need to go too in detail. If someone plays it, they'll see.
I thought you mentioned you wanted to talk about it.
Oh no, I just wanted to I wanted to elaborate on how cool these are to get people to play it. But if people are skipping this section of the podcast for spoilers, they won't know about how cool these animations are. But you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to sell it to people, but the people who I'm trying to sell it to skip this part. You know.
There's no point.
Yeah.
I mean, because you know what I do sometimes, I see a game, and I think it's neat, and then you know what I do instead of playing it, I look up shit.
Oh.
I mean,
So I'm pretty sure what I did was like years ago, I watched the Danganronpa 1 executions, and then I still enjoyed it like later. Like I didn't know how the third execution of the first game went out, and everyone after that. I didn't know like the fourth one was a suicide, but
I like how 2 goes back and like 1, like Danganronpa 1 plays a big role in the 2, and that continues on. So you have to play them in order.
yeah, I love seeing. That's why I kind of enjoyed the 3 anime, because they had little continuations off of the previous games.
Oh, it was so bad. Why did Nagito have a gun?
why not?
So dumb.
Did he?
He pulled out a gun in the animation. I didn't even watch it. I just saw the memes on Twitter.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He pulled out a fucking gun.
Oh wait, I
my
can't
God.
remember. Oh well.
Anyway, we can stray from that. Vince, what else you do this week? Or the past 2 weeks?
What else is on the thing you wrote?
I was gonna go off whatever the hell you said, but we can continue on to James. James, what did you do?
Well, let's see. School's been in full force, so a lot of time doing random laser things and almost killing people, so that's fun.
Can you go into that a little bit?
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm currently in my last semester of an undergrad in physics, and I have a concentration in photonics, which is light for all those who don't know. And
Fuck
so,
physics. It's
right.
fake.
It's great.
What do you mean it's fake?
Goddamn computer nerd.
The part where it's real is that's why it's hard.
No. I'd
That's-
take physics
yeah.
for game design stuff.
Yeah, see?
It's hard.
Yeah, but I do research right now to basically make a high intensity switch for a laser, and we put about 3,000 volts through it, so if you touch that, you're probably gonna die.
Rip.
So what do you have to do with it?
I have to get the circuitry right to make the laser pulse at the frequency we want it to.
Okay.
But that's most of my time, and then in between
Fuck that high tech
I
bullshit.
play fighting games, and I've been playing the not advanced wars, which is Wargroove, came out the 1st of February.
So I heard that name on Twitter, but I have no idea what it is.
Okay, so do you know Advanced Wars?
Yeah, I know Advanced
Okay.
Wars.
So Wargroove is Fire Emblem and Advanced Wars put together. So you have the like medieval aesthetic from Fire Emblem and the commander unit, but then you also have capture.
That's that mobile
bases.
game you showed me, right?
No, no, Wargroove's on
It's
Steam.
different.
How dare you? How
What the
dare
hell?
you?
What was that game you showed me?
Langrisser.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, is that the gotcha thing
that's
that
the
you
gotcha.
guys play on?
It was very Fire Emblem-esque, so I thought
Yeah.
it might have been that.
No, this Wargroove has you capture bases, get gold, build units, try and destroy your opponent's base. It's a good time.
Like, what does it not have from Fire Emblem? Like, it's got good multiplayer, I heard. It's got building shit, right?
So from Fire Emblem, it doesn't. There's not really a weapon triangle. Like, yeah, there's units are effective against other units. So it's more Advanced Wars with just Fire Emblem's aesthetic, really. Although you will have your obnoxiously powerful troop, which is your commander, that when they die, you lose.
You can cut the waifu shit, too.
Yeah, you can cut the waifu shit.
Speaking of grid-based combat, I still need to finish Project X Zone. That game was so fun. I just never finished it.
I don't even know what that
Wasn't
game
it?
is.
Really, it's Capcom X Sega X Namco.
It's just a bunch of IPs into one.
I see.
And
Yeah.
isn't it kind of like you press button? It's not like a beat 'em up, but like a turn-based.
Yeah, it's a square-based combat, and when you get into like your Fire Emblem-esque action, when you battle someone, you basically hit them with one of your 4 buttons. Like, every character has skills. You get more skills as you level them up, and it's like 2 character combos. So like my favorite team in the game is X0, of course. So like X will run up, punch them, 0 shoots them. And then you can combo off that. So you have like 4 different options that come up, and they get launched into the air and they're falling. You have to pick what option you want to do next, and also time it with your opponent falling to keep them juggling. So it's some neat thing like that. And if you drop your combo, it ends your turn. So it's neat. And like I remember there was one. It was Kira and Pi is another combo. It's another character team. And they had some weird thing where, like, if Pi didn't hit right, one of Akira's moves dropped. So you had to actually time it on their height of the juggle.
Jeez.
Because, like, both characters will attack at the same time. It's neat. It's fun. Fun game. I
think we should stop calling anything turn-based Fire Emblem.
No, it's grid-based. Like, it's a square-based combat.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's like Fire Emblem,
Which is why
with aliens and guns.
It's like Fire Emblem, but real time, and you have to be the last one standing, and you can go around looting.
See. I just said talking about Fire Emblem grid-based combat. I didn't necessarily say Fire Emblem as it is Fire Emblem. Whatever.
Yeah, you play that.
And the reason I'm not getting War Groove yet is because I still have to play the older Fire Emblems before.
You're never gonna do that.
That's understandable. I mean, how many have you played?
Like 2.5, 3.5, 2.5.
You have like 13 games to go.
Yeah. Well, I don't plan on playing all of them, but like the GBA ones and 4, I think.
The GameCube.
Oh yeah, the GameCube ones too. But realistically, that's not gonna happen. So it's not like I have no reason to get War Groove, but like I'd rather play the Fire Emblems before I want to play War Groove.
Video games are fun.
Video games are fun.
What else have you guys played this week? Or 2 weeks?
Hold on. Do you want to... So I kind of canceled our last recording.
If you want to get into this.
Let's go into High Score Girl.
Yeah, we can loop back to
that. James, did you watch it?
I didn't watch High Score Girl. I thought about it. Then I watched Ouran High School Host Club again.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
I thought you told me that you did.
High Score Girl is a fun show. It has a lot of Street Fighter 2 stuff, mostly, and then they get into like other games later, like other Capcom releases.
Like Marvel.
I feel like you'd get a lot of hype from like, oh, title drop. Yeah, look at him go.
Yeah. The title drops are fun.
Yeah, it's got a lot of like old school arcade aesthetic.
If you watch it, please watch past
I
episode 1, because I actually hated episode 1, but the rest of it was fun.
Yeah, I think that makes sense if I remember.
Main bitch doesn't talk. Like High Score Girl, I guess is her name.
Main
She's out of the blue. Let's call her main bitch.
Main bitch. She doesn't talk, and she's just violent. She's just unnecessarily violent, and I hate that.
Yeah, I have my problems with her. She has a lot of unexplained violent tendencies that aren't like the other characters just ignore the fact that she was just, beat the shit out of him at one point.
Yeah, it's
and act like that didn't happen.
Everyday occurrence.
Yeah. And it's just dumb because, like, my biggest reason with my issue with it is, like, they try and relate it back to how, like, oh, she's secluded at home. She's just from this rich family. She has private tutors. She doesn't know how to interact. But then it's like she just beats the shit out of him for no reason.
She throws hands for.
Listen, sometimes you gotta throw hands.
She just like he's like bloody and all beat up, and she's just swinging. And, like, she doesn't actually talk. She's like a mute character throughout the entire show. So they don't actually explain anything. They try and, like, act like we were told something earlier that explains what's going on right now. But
there was nothing?
Like, me and Vince were sitting there like, what the fuck are they doing? Why is this happening? That's my only complaint. Aside from that, name drops are fine. Everything else is fun. It was a fun show, mostly.
I can't believe she got cooked.
Yeah, a better girl comes along. And, of course...
And she didn't deserve it. She worked so hard for him.
She worked so hard. And she got cucked by Mean Bitch.
I was very surprised at how thirsty they made her character.
I guess that's one thing. It didn't really seem like that. It seemed very like innocent, kids being kids stuff.
Like at first it was because like all curiosity and stuff, but like
Yeah.
I guess when it got later, like anything
She
that
got
she
hella
did was just-
thirsty.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the natural course of things.
She's still best.
Like, I don't mean like future diary thirsty, but I mean like for kids that are arcade thirsty.
Like, well, I didn't. Why would someone be this thirsty for a gamer?
Yeah, greasy gamer
This
boy.
greasy gamer guy. Greasy gamer.
Yeah, but High Score Girl was fun. So that was gonna be on our last cast, but last cast ended up getting blown up. So
Scrap.
Rip
I
that.
apologize. It was a bit of a selfish. Like, I wasn't feeling motivated to try editing it because I didn't feel it.
You weren't feeling it?
Plus, what did we come back from that day? That Sunday.
Well, we were just watching High Score Girl. We binged High Score Girl.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
You just went to
And
sleep.
I was dying by the end. And I
Yeah,
couldn't
Saturday
think.
we did. Oh,
It was a
fuck, what did we
Sunday,
do? Yeah,
and I
but the
left.
day before we did something. No, you came late because you were fucking doing some shit. I think we were working Saturday, and then we streamed and
Oh,
you
yeah.
died.
I did die.
Then we just
Oh,
watched High
I'm so
Score Girl
sorry.
all day Sunday.
Yeah, I played. We played Smash for an hour and then I died instantly. You guys played Guilty.
Yeah, we did Answer versus Bikin for 3 hours
Yeah, my
You had that weird
on
interaction
on
that I've
Vince's
never
stream
seen.
while Vince was sleeping on my floor.
my
Was it
brain.
the floor or was it the couch?
It
Well,
was
you were on the floor,
and then the couch.
then you got to the couch. I don't remember when you actually got to the couch.
I think I got to the couch because I couldn't sleep on the floor, which I usually do because the floors are got like, you got a good carpet. I'm dead.
No, concrete floor is the best.
Oh, okay. I had a big fighting game gathering once. People from Maryland came and hang out. And someone stepped on the basement floor where it's just hardwood. I'm like, dude, how the hell did you... He's like, I don't know. I was comfortable. I'm like, that's all you, dude.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta sleep everywhere possible.
But yeah, sorry this was like a month almost after the previous cast. We've been trying to keep it to 2 weeks. And... Because I like my weekly casts. But it's just easier for us to do it bi-weekly. Stemming off some of this other anime stuff, you were trying to talk to me about Rise of the Shield Hero. I couldn't watch it because it just reminded me of Tower of Druaga, and I like Tower of Druaga, but it just seemed like another isekai hero shit. Tower of Druaga was not that, which is why I enjoyed it. It wasn't like isekai trash, but if you want to go into that, because I don't know shit about it.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough isekais. Like, oh, there's Konosuba, there's Slime, there's like I don't think I've seen like
Another World with a
enough.
Smartphone.
I feel like I've only seen the good ones.
Have you seen Sword Art?
No.
I've seen.
Have you seen?
I've seen season 1.
The show with Database. Fuck, what was it? Log Horizon. There we go.
Is Don Machi
I am.
one?
I'm not sure if that counts.
It kind of is, but he's not. He's aware. Like that is their world.
Yeah.
He wasn't thrown into a world.
Yeah, like this is just the world they've always known.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta watch in Another World with my smartphone. That's quality.
Is it actually?
No, dear God.
Okay. That's like I had people telling me to get into. My friends when I was at Mitsuwa were saying, "Hey, you should watch How to Not Raise a Demon Lord."
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, so I'm trying to dive into that.
Haven't heard of it.
I've seen a lot of art for it, and that's it. I know nothing else. But I also started, speaking of harems and shit, I started watching shit on my backlist. And, well, currently I'm getting through Mayo Chiki, and that's just a shitty fucking harem. It's like the same tropes. Every episode standalone. They introduce some new thing. All the girls are like, oh, look, he's doing the thing. And he's like, oh, I don't care about anything.
Yo, look at him go.
Yeah, literally look at him
he's
go.
doing that thing again. Oh my God.
It's like, oh, look at him go. And he's like, hey, look at me go.
People on my Discord keep talking about the manga with the like the one with the quintuplets.
What?
What?
Some guy's like a tutor for these quintuplets, and they're around the same age or whatever.
And they all want his deed.
And then I guess they
This sounds like a henty.
Yeah, it's definitely a henty.
I guess they're reminding me why I don't really care for. I don't know. Not really don't care for harems, but I don't feel like looking out for reading harems. Because like I watched Nisekoi. I like that, and Monogatari. But I mean, you don't watch Monogatari for the harem.
See, those are like the good harems, though.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna go out of my way to go search for a harem.
There's a ton of cash grab harems, like every season or something.
Yeah.
To be fair, Slime, they're kind of trying to push as one. I feel some vibes of it, but doesn't really feel like it.
Yeah, but Slime is good.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Like I don't read. Hold on a sec.
What are you doing?
Hold up.
He died.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
Let's take a break.
What do you mean?
Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
You have to do something?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I had to go leave for a second, but now I'm back. You guys played a quickie.
We did play a quickie.
Yep.
Let's do a hard segue into Apex. Unless you wanna.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Hard segue.
What were we saying about Slime?
Who cares?
I was talking about how Slime has harem vibes to it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it is.
It's not really a harem. Because it's kind of like main harem bitch got eaten, Milim came, she's not really part of the harem. And then there's all these other bitches who want the slime, but the slime, no nut for no one.
That's okay.
Is this considered started?
Yeah.
Did we actually start the second part?
Yeah. I mean, we clapped, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, but it seemed to
Yeah, we got this thing
like,
down.
kill itself. We did clap.
Yeah, but where's the cut point?
Oh, I'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll make it sound neat. I'll make it go Nito mode.
This is actually the first time we're recording the podcast over Discord because we're all not together this time for various reasons. Because as I was saying, I was at Mitsuwa yesterday, so I wasn't with everyone else. For my last 2 weeks, very similar to everyone else, I've been playing a lot of Apex, honestly. I haven't even thought about I thought about playing the game, and now Apex is all I've been playing.
Because we were both listening to the Super Best Friend cat. Oh, not that. It's Castle Super Beast.
Castle
now.
Super Beast now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I know you never really cared for FPSs.
Yeah, so as I was saying to some people, like, this is the first FPS I've enjoyed since, like, Borderlands. I mean, I enjoyed Halo 3 and Unreal Tournament, which, like, running around picking up guns, it's very similar-esque to that. Overwatch was okay, but, like, I had a 90% play rate on Reinhardt, so, like, was I even really playing a first-person shooter?
I mean, kind of.
And, like, to an extent, but it's like, I just ran in a room holding left click and I got play of the game.
I wasn't too much into Battle Royale until Ring of Elysium.
Oh, you mean China's PUBG?
Yeah. I really like its movement.
I played Fortnite for 2 hours once on PS4. I didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy it either.
I played Tetris 99, and that game is hella fun.
Yeah, I didn't realize until I actually played it at your place. Like, okay, wow, I see how fun this is. Oh my goodness.
It's just Tetris.
Yeah.
I literally didn't have the online for Switch, and I got it for Tetris 99.
Oh, did you pay after the trial?
Well, I forgot. I opened the trial, and it just came out of my account yesterday, so I have it up for another month.
Okay.
You didn't buy the year?
No, because I started the free trial, and the free trial sets you at a month. And I was planning on canceling it till I wanted to play Tetris again, but I have it for a month now.
Sick.
Just buy the year.
I should have, but I was going to get the year whenever I was playing with Tetris 99 again. But it just took the month, though, because I have a short span memory.
I'll buy a Switch maybe when Fire Emblem comes out. Probably when Fire Emblem comes out.
You mean Fire Emblem High School Adventures?
Yeah. Fire Emblem 5. It comes after Persona 4.
We actually got 3 Houses news, speaking of Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Finally got something.
Mm-hmm.
Red Girl is cool.
The one with the axe? I forgot.
I don't know
if
what she
wears
has,
red.
actually.
Does she wear red? She has white hair, and she has an axe. That's all I remember.
I just remember white hair.
I do like her out of everyone. The yellow outfit guy, he reminds me too much of Gray from the last Fire Emblem. not that it's bad, it's just like, I've seen this character before, so I'm not really engaged with him.
I get
Well,
that.
yeah, there's always been characters like that, though.
Yeah. It's like the resemblance of their character is like their vibes is uncanny.
It's too similar for you.
It's like oh, new character, gotta get hype. Not that.
Hype, 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 hype.
But like realistically, I'm not buying a Switch until that, because I know Breath of the Wild and like Mario Odyssey, they're good games, but I don't realistically like seeing myself play that over whatever I'm playing now. I still need to finish. Well, other than playing not playing Guilty Gear like every other, well, actually not as much anymore, but it's either Guilty Gear or like one thing that I have in the backlog that I want to finish. And the backlog, I guess, is Yakuza 0, Steins Gate, and Danganronpa V3. Those that I want to finish pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but want to finish.
Yeah, I get that.
You got to get the Steam backlog of like 100 games because they were on sale.
Oh no, I did too much of that already.
I have my anime backlog's huge. I don't have time for a game backlog.
Not backlog, but I did not make good financial choices. I was but a mere child.
I mean, hey, at least you didn't blow your whole bank account on some, e-girl streamer.
People do that.
Yeah.
People do it.
I haven't gone out on a Steam sale in a while. Like the last games I bought were the backlog games that I just mentioned.
I rarely use Steam. Like, I use it for Guilty Gear sometimes, and someone made me realize how, like, I've only used Steam for Shadowverse, really. Like, I had, like, almost 600 hours in Shadowverse and, like, 20 in Guilty Gear.
I mean, what did you used to use Steam for, I guess?
God, what did I use Steam?
Looking.
Pull my Steam up real quick. Not much, honestly. It was just, like, fighting games, like,
Melty Blood.
Yatagarasu, King of Fighters, generic stuff like that. Lethal
Those are
League.
H games you found.
Nekopara, of course.
Of course. Hatofo Boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. So I had someone gift that to me, and I get to play it, unfortunately.
I thought you said you played it and you loved
Jeez.
the main girl, I guess.
Of what?
Nekopara?
Nekopara. I'm talking about Hatoful Boyfriend. The pigeon dating sim.
Oh, okay, never mind. Wait, did you just say you didn't play Nekopara?
No, I definitely played Nekopara.
What was the game? Wait, okay, what did I hear that wrong? What was the game that you didn't play?
I did not play Hatoful Boyfriend.
Oh.
The pigeon dating sim.
Okay.
Have you played Hatoful Boyfriend, Vincent?
No.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
And, like, speaking of Apex, there's one thing I wanted to go into, which was, like, so there was a big controversy, not controversy, but people were worried about, like, Apex killing Titanfall 3. And we now know it didn't. But that was a big worry. With that worry gone, people are saying, oh, Apex is this, maybe it'll hype people up for Titanfall 3. And while that kind of exists, it really doesn't. Like, there was a lot of people who bought Guilty Gear because when Dragon Ball was coming out, so it was like, oh, same developers, but they don't stick with it. Like, people picking up a game just because it's the same dev doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, the thought would be the same with me getting into BB Tag or Dragon Ball, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, like, it's that. Like, you played those, you tried them. Like, trying them exists. But the people that stick isn't that common. So that kind of philosophy really isn't that strong of a... It's not a fact. It's more like, hey, people will try it, I guess.
I did only play a little bit of Titanfall 1, but I kind of wish I bought Titanfall 2, like, last month or 2 months ago when it was $5. Because I watched Wooly stream it a little bit yesterday, and it's like, oh, that's just not Apex, whoa. And they really did gut out a lot of, like, movement stuff that we probably would have enjoyed.
Well, they had it originally from what I saw, but
like
all the cool movement stuff they said made the team split up too much, so they got rid of it.
And I was gonna say, with how the game is, you really can't have all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd
be a balance issue in a battle royale.
And you want it to be simple because it's free. Everyone's gonna try it. If you can get people to try it, that's great. But if it's easy, people can, like the game's already difficult. I think it's really hard, and like if you add all that stuff on top of it, like that's just increasing the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
And like sure for the Titanfall hardcores, oops to you guys, but like it's a free game. Like
Yeah.
they're not making money off the hardcores as much as they're making off the casuals, so can't blame them.
Well, you can.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, like you can blame anything, but it's not as justified.
Would the hardcores like all the cosmetic stuff? I don't even know.
That's what I mean. Like, if it's any throwback to the old games they like if there's a skin that's like straight up like, hey, this looks like that thing from Titanfall, then I can see that, yeah. And that doesn't mean anything to the people who've never played Titanfall. It still probably looks cool. It's just one of those things then to them. But Apex coming out also is kind of funny because it's like, if you want to hop into the Battle Royale market, you have to fight Fortnite. And now you have to fight Apex. And there's been a lot of games coming out that are trying to basically kill the game before it through the exact same genre. Like, Street Fighter 2 had a lot of this, where like Street Fighter 2 came out, and then we got things like Breaker's Revenge and all these other spin-off games. It's like the Street Fighter 2 Clone Wars, essentially, where all these games, they were just trying to exist. They weren't even trying to kill it. They were just trying to like exist within that same space. And this is very commonly seen within like card games with Magic the Gathering, shooting games with Call of Duty a while ago, World of Warcraft, digital card games with Hearthstone, and now we have this whole Fortnite Clone Wars. I like calling it the Clone Wars. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, remember Minecraft Clone Wars? That nothing really took off.
Yeah,
you can't really beat Minecraft, I suppose.
Yeah, because a lot of games tried, but you couldn't, because of the formula Minecraft used, you couldn't really copy it without just being Minecraft.
But like, it wasn't even like Minecraft that they were trying to copy. It's like, oh, let's release a bunch of games with fucking block design. Or it was so stupid.
Because it looks like a hard cut copy. Like Fortnite and Apex, despite being battle royales with guns, you gotta find your stuff, you drop from the ship. Like, there's so many differences that like can justify people liking one over the other. But when it came to Minecraft, it's another block game.
Roblox is the true Minecraft, though.
Oh yeah,
Roblox
right.
is the only other one that like really came from that. I wish Apex existed when I was 12. Like just battle royales in general. Because
I mean, Minecraft Hunger Games
Hey,
is a thing.
TF2 existed when you were 12.
did it?
That's also true. Yeah.
Huh.
2007.
Or maybe Team Fortress.
2007.
Huh.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe it did.
Man, I can't ever like, oh, age and release date. I have to be like, oh, what grade were you in? And then I forget, and then I have to forget that not everyone is in the same grade as me.
Is they're in the same grade as you?
Yeah, TF2 came out in 2007.
Like I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was this age when this came out. Like I can't remember. I was this grade when this came out. That's what I remember. That doesn't translate too well. The issue wasn't Minecraft clones. It was just people releasing games, not trying to be like survival Minecraft or anything. But it's just like, oh, let's make a shooter with block graphics. It's like, oh, there's no appeal to it. Like I did play a bit of let me find it in my library real quick.
Of Counter-Strike Nexon Zombies.
I think it was bought out by Jagex. It was like block building. It was like this block FPS kind of thing. Oh, you can throw down brown bricks.
Oh my god.
That's it.
But like the main appeal of it was like as you're like doing this FPS, you can like fuck up the terrain around you. So what me and my friends would do was, and like a bunch of other people did, I assume, was you would go under the map and you would try to just dig out the whole underside of the map. So then once you reach the final like stem connecting the bottom floor to the rest of the map, once you dig that out, then the whole map just disappears.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that's why I enjoyed that. But apparently it was better before it got bought out. But I don't... What was the fucking game called? Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is it still active?
I assume not. But I wouldn't know.
Oh, this is hella Minecraft ripoff.
It's more like just Minecraft graphics or whatever.
I apologize for us talking about visuals on a audio podcast.
No, I mean that's why we're trying to describe it.
Yeah, Apex is big fun. It's free. I just wish I didn't have to download Origin to play it. That's still my biggest complaint.
Yeah, Origin is quite a trash software.
Apex crashes like once a day.
I have yet to have it crash.
I feel like it's inverse, so if you have a good computer, it'll crash more.
And it's free, so like we can complain, yes.
It took me like 3 days of 3 days of gaming for me to get used to Apex, I guess.
It took me 20 minutes.
I mean, like, for me to get comfortable with like shooting the guns and figure out which guns I like. I do like Ring of Elysium's guns. They feel very satisfying, and you actually know you hit them. But sometimes, well, I guess Apex is because you have so much health. If once you get armor, and then things do like 18 damage. I don't like the full auto guns too much.
I love the full auto guns carry me through that game.
Like the
Full auto is normally a waste of ammo.
Yeah, that too. Well, like the somewhat semi-auto stuff just feels very satisfying. It's kind of also why a lot of TF2's guns are satisfying. I was just thinking
You know what's satisfying? Tetris 99.
Yeah, that's also very satisfying.
It's just
If
funny.
only they had Tetris 99 local play.
Yeah. It's just funny where battle royales are like, this is the battle royale no one asked for, but everyone wanted.
They straight up just announce it out of nowhere.
Nintendo Direct's like, hey.
I'm very happy for it, especially that it somehow destroyed this monster that is Fortnite, or actually managed to compete with it very well.
And that goes back to what I was saying, because like we've seen things stick around with the giants, like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh came along, Call of Duty, then like Halo and Battlefield came along. Like there are things that exist with these giants. Some even take down those giants. Like if you ask me, I think Shadowverse is doing better than Hearthstone. But I'm also kind of a biased opinion.
You're hella biased opinion.
I don't know how it is like from an esport perspective, because I know they'd be making money and shit.
Yeah, they both do. So
They both have their own competitive, their like esport thing that I don't pay attention to, but the game is Shadowverse is fun.
it's big fun.
You don't have to dump money to enjoy it. Fuck Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, and speaking of like Tetris 99 and other Nintendo stuff, Nintendo, so there's the new Smash update coming out. And they announced that on the recent Direct where they revealed the new Fire Emblem stuff. And what I find crazy is before that, when the plant came out, Nintendo actually gave us patch notes for the first time. Because before, it was like all these players would set up setups like next to each other with the two versions and find out what's new. But like, we got patch notes. Like, so it's glad to see like even the giants can change. There's enough complaints. And Danganronpa trilogy is coming to the Switch.
Is it?
So, yep. So that means Ibuki can be in Smash.
She's not gonna be in Smash.
Ibuki and Ibuki.
If
Yeah,
only.
both Ibukis.
I need my Ibuki game.
Like, okay, hold on. Did you... Was it just like somewhat biased just because the Danganronpa's character name was Ibuki?
No, it was just kind of ironic.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I feel like it's ironic, yeah.
Because, like I like Toho, if anyone who knows me. And Yomu is easily my favorite Toho character. But, like, there is a Toho character named Ibuki. And
Oh, okay.
she's my second favorite, but...
Okay, well, that throws that reason out of the water. But Yeah, it is hard to not be biased because they're introduced this character as Ibuki, so you can't not try to like him.
Like I may not think that I'm being biased towards it, but there's probably something in my psyche that sees the name, and it just clicks that way. It won't surprise me.
It's hard to ignore the facts, so I mean, it just is what it is.
But yeah, on that previous direct, we didn't get any footage of Joker. We just got they panned over his ass and then cut through something else.
Oh yeah.
I mean, isn't that what we all wanted in the first place?
I guess.
It's gonna be weird seeing Joker without cell shading.
Oh, they're gonna cell shade him just to keep the look the same.
That'd be neat if they did, actually. But I mean,
Like Game & Watch's 2D.
Yeah.
But like all their characters, they aren't cell shaded, so like their 3D models aren't cell shaded.
Yeah, but they're not as cool.
Other than the Ryu and Ken's neutral
They're
B.
not as cool though.
Anyway, projectiles have their own like visuals almost.
Or not? Wait, I meant down B. His Street Fighter 4 mechanic.
Oh, focus, yeah.
Yeah, the focus attack.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of P5, we got like a bunch of new news on Catherine Full Body, and I'm excited for that game. So it did come out in Japan. After it came out in Japan, it got revealed that it's coming out September 3rd in the US. I love the original Catherine game. I'm excited. For anyone who knows nothing about this game, it's basically they added a new character, and they basically are reimagining the old story of Catherine. It's people are trying to consider it a remake with additional stuff, kind of like Persona Golden.
Or like Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Kind of
Like
is.
the final mixes.
Yeah, because there's new cutscenes for both the existing Catherines, and there's whole new cutscenes for this new Catherine with a Q. It's Catherine with a Q.
Wait,
What?
That's not how you pronounce Catherine. Then.
It's Catherine with a Q. Quatherine. Catherine.
It's
I'm
just a shame that such a good series is suddenly getting a bunch of like backlash with the whole like trans thing
It's
or something.
It's fine. Like, no one's played it. We don't know the extent. It's just people are jumping the gun on something. Cause like you put that word in any article, anywhere, in anything, and people just jump. It's so dumb.
Yeah, there's gonna be a blow up regardless. But yeah, it just sucks that there's already just blow up about it. It's like, well, you haven't played it. Relax.
Yeah, people are gonna complain no matter what though.
Yeah, you can't stop them.
I mean, also the original game is on Steam. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that came to Steam a while ago.
Why don't I own this?
It was funny now you bring that up. Every day they were revealing small snippets of text. So like every day they would say something sexy is coming. Then the last day to Steam, and then at that last day they revealed Catherine on Steam. Atlas was like pushing that through those text clips.
I didn't see that. I just saw the pictures of sheep in like their other games.
That's fair. Now, do you think this new Catherine with a Q is going to have as big a competitive scene as the original did?
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with that.
Oh, you mean the versus mode?
Yeah, the versus mode.
So the developers were so intrigued by the competitive scene overseas, they added netplay.
Really?
The game now has netplay because Dacid Bro pushed the game super hard in America.
So this is like years after the PS3 release, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I completely ignored this whole Steam talk about it and the new game. They just updated the competitive mode like years after Catherine got released, and that's very nice.
It's great. The new one has netplay just because people enjoyed the game, like the versus mode.
Well, I mean, the current one has net play.
It does not. It only has local play.
Oh. So wait, I thought the big update that they did years after was they added. Oh, so they added local multi. Wait.
Local multiplayer has been unless they added it to the Steam version, which I was unaware of.
I gotta fact check this.
But I know it was a big thing because Catherine Full Body was getting netplay, which the original did not have.
I swore this was like the thing they added to the original Catherine.
That might have been on Steam then. I actually don't know that.
Ignore the Steam talk and the new body game. I'm pretty sure that I want to fact check.
Because I remember that was the big deal about Full Body having netplay. Because there was a whole article about how inspired they were from the scene overseas. Oh yeah, and Catherine with the Q, her nickname in the game is going to be Rin. So that's how they're going to try and separate them a little bit. Special edition was also revealed. Comes with game, art book, soundtrack, a big sheet plushie, and the collector's box. I'm excited for that. And they're having a P5 crossover. So in the like single player modes or versus modes or whatever, I'm not sure the versus mode will have it, but you can play as Joker climbing the tower, and like the gang is just shit talking the whole time.
All right, so I fact checked this net play.
I'm seeing an article in 2017 that they added it to the PS4 version. Oh wait, hold on.
It wasn't on PS4, so Full Body is gonna have it.
Yeah,
Fuck, I was wrong. No.
Yeah, it came to the PlayStation 4 and Vita remaster.
PS4 didn't get a remaster. Whatever. It has netplay now. It didn't, but netplay was added because of all the shit.
Anyways, neither of us play Catherine currently. That's why we don't remember.
I love the game though, like the single player of it.
Yeah, I played Catherine back in the day.
Big fun.
I just remember I did the thing. I looked at all the cutscenes, I suppose. Or at least the endings, I guess. I suck sometimes.
I only got one ending, and I didn't want to spoil it because I wanted to go back. But the game was so much fun. And then my PS3 fried. I should probably just watch the ending.
Yeah.
Well, no, the new game's coming out, so fuck that. I'll get the endings.
Yeah, when the new game comes out.
Get different endings. Yeah.
If you're ever want to fulfill that, you can buy the Steam version.
$20.
I'll just play Full Body. It has all the old stuff plus new stuff.
I feel like the new stuff would be good in the way, I guess. Because, like, instead of only choosing between the two, now you have to choose with a third.
But this is the definitive version now.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't either.
Jump Force came out, and that game's trash.
What do you mean? It's got the best graphics I've seen in years.
Fuck you.
I have this weird feeling that it probably made more money than Dragon Ball FighterZ now.
It might have.
I can see it realistically happening.
It's just funny as hell to me because the game accidentally became open source because they left the Unreal 4 files in the PC version of the game. So people already modded like Shaggy and stuff, and the game looks like shit.
Yeah.
But it could be fun when you're drunk.
Maybe. That's up in the air.
Listen, we have to replace J-Star some way.
BB Tag could be fun if you're drunk. I didn't say that.
But, like, it's trying to be good, but it just isn't. That's why I feel like it wouldn't be fun drunk.
Yeah. They tried too hard. But yeah, BB Tag got all that stuff too. Naoto, Teddy, Seth, and Hart from Arcana Heart are coming to
BB Tag.
BB Tag?
Eventually.
Yep. I didn't play Persona 4 Arena, but I heard Teddy was a big problem.
So Teddy was like Faust, essentially. But his items had a set throw order. And then in Ultimax, he got 2 throw orders. So basically, the orders were the same. But you could throw it, so basically, he also had Faust meteors. Imagine you threw one. Let's say meteors was the 4th item. You throw 3 items, then you hold on the meteors. Then on your second item order, throw 3 items again. And now in both your item orders, you have 2 meteors on deck. So you can just meteors, and you want neutral.
Do you, like, save it or something?
As long as you don't use it again, it won't rotate.
Yeah, so you had 2 inputs to throw items, which was your 2 item orders.
Okay. I didn't know.
It's not like Faust is completely random. You cycle through his.
Yeah. So is it like an S throw and an H throw or something?
Something like that. I don't know the details, but it's similar to that. And they had the same order. It was barrel, bite keys, and meteors were the problems. Because I don't remember what exactly bite keys did, but I know barrel, he threw a barrel out, and it was mini Faust essentially. But it's not one hit. As long as it's on the screen, it's active. So it can keep hitting someone, locking you in block stun, or hit stun, even. So those are problems.
Shit makes me forget that Mini Faust is not not a projectile the way it acts. Other than like the 2 seconds it's in the air falling down, but then
Or if he hits it with 5D.
yeah. But then it's like not a projectile once it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Like you do not treat it like a projectile. But that's like almost his best item. Best normal throw.
Almost.
Actually no, you know what? Hammer's really good. Never mind.
Most of Faust throws have uses, though.
Most of them. Helium doesn't.
Helium has literal zeros.
Just makes Jam more annoying. But yeah, the weirdest part about Heart being in the game is it brings more question to the Senran Kagura leak from the files, where they literally said Asuka and Yumi from Senran Kagura. Well, we assume they're Senran Kagura. They literally just said the names. But those are two girls from Senran Kagura.
Are you sure they're not two Heart girls?
They are not. But I wanted Senran Kagura characters.
I mean, they still might get in there eventually.
They still might. It's just I wanted them now.
As someone who doesn't know much about Arcana Hearts, when was the last thing they got for Arcana Hearts? The last thing, yeah.
6 stars came out.
Yeah, there's a crowdfunded one, I think.
How long ago was that?
It got funded on Kickstarter and came out within... It was definitely the last 2 years.
Okay.
I can check. I have it.
Do you?
Because I thought it was like a long time since they got anything.
Well, they had Love Max, which was a long time ago, and then 6 stars came out recently.
6 stars came out the end of 2017.
Yeah, there we go.
Did they reuse sprites or something?
Probably. It's still considered... It says Arcana Heart 3, 6 stars. They just added new characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I assume it's the same sprites.
Arcana Heart 3, Love Max, 6 stars.
Oh, it's Love Max 6 stars?
Yeah.
That's definitely just new characters, yeah.
Because I saw the one tweet about them updating the sprites, so it made me question like how old the previous ones were.
Well, the sprites might have been... because Heart was in Nitro Plus Blasters, and now she's in BB Tech.
Yeah, but people compared those already. The Heart sprite for BB Tag is completely new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the sprite comparison.
Man, sprites are cool as fuck. I wish I knew X2 Guilty Gear.
X2's okay. Oh, and yeah, Teddy got in, so we still don't have Risei, which sucks. Because I want Yosuke Risei.
Risei's garbage anyway.
Scott loves Risei.
Risei's great.
Risei's garbage.
Fuck you.
They're both...
Teddy's a better navigator. Changed my mind.
I guess you made me realize I guess I don't like either of them as navigators.
Risei's great.
Oh no, they're both pretty bad.
Risei mainly because she has the honorifics. You know what? I feel like all the other ones do too, so that's not a good reason.
PB Tag's getting a patch as well with all that. Gordow's getting nerfed, thank fucking God.
DP assists are getting nerfed.
Thank God DP Assist gone. Cross combos getting toned down.
In Persona 5, I feel like Futaba didn't say honorifics.
I don't know, I played for Persona 5 in English.
Yeah.
Oh
Same.
boy.
I didn't know I could download Japanese until like 40 hours in.
Oh, I downloaded it immediately. Like I literally boot the game and I'm like, what the hell is this? Where's my Wii voices?
But like the Persona dubs are cool.
No.
Okay.
Well,
Probably.
The dub's gonna be in Smash because you can't change voices without hard changing the language.
No, they're not. They can't pronounce names worth a damn.
My only problem with the dub is the honorifics, but it's like that thing I said earlier with Danganronpa. Is like I like to see what they do with the voices, and if they're not unbearable, kind of like I guess Guilty Gear, but that's biased since I didn't know about the English voices till like a year later. I got used to the Japanese voices.
The English voices was not a fan of.
I'm biased because I do like Faust and Slayers, and those are also the two characters I play in Guilty Gear.
I don't know they exist.
You don't play Faust.
He's a sub. I know some of his combos.
You don't play Faust.
Where's Answer's English voice?
Funny thing is, I don't item toss enough.
No, Faust does. I'll watch Faust like just
what do you
not
mean?
throw
Yeah, what, 5H item toss?
Tony always item throws after like cancels into item throw. I don't because I forget about it.
See,
I'm not used to doing it.
I random selected as Faust because there was a new guy playing and we were just beating him down, so me and Tony decided to random select. I got Faust, and the first thing Tony said was 5H item toss every time. That's all I did.
Oh.
I feel like it'd be far slash item toss.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't use 5H enough, I suppose. Actually, yeah, I don't use 5H on Faust that much, and I really should be, I guess. I wouldn't know.
See, I feel like you can punish 5H item toss. No one quote me on that. But I feel like some things will hit you.
Ideally, you could be mashing stuff. When I remember to, I'll mash Mappa.
Next time you see a 5H item toss, just mash Mappa, see what happens.
Yeah, because hey, that's how I am, you know.
I feel that.
I know I've made you question why I did stuff.
I question why you do a lot of things.
Like mash 6P that one time. I'm not gonna forget it. Where I just mashed 6P against your like usual block string.
But did it work?
Yeah. Like there was this single time where I'm pretty sure it was the last thing Scott expected me to do, and I did it because I was the last thing I expected myself to do because.
And I was upset about it.
It was like a 120% read.
Like big brain.
Like
Yeah.
I did an OS that covered a bunch of things. I don't remember the exact scenario. And then Vince did something stupid and it worked because my OS didn't cover it. I don't even fucking remember what it was.
I think you did like 2D, and then you did an IAD thing, which I feel like is something you don't usually do.
Probably.
Or maybe it was 2D Dolph. Nah, you usually do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2D Dolphin's pretty standard.
Yeah. Let's talk about how shit Evo is again.
I remember what it was. You did something. I was plus, and I was trying to counter hit you for something. So I stuck out 2K to catch. It would have catched Mappa or any other extended hurt boxes, but for some fucking reason you did 6P right outside 2K range, and you counter hit me for it. And that's what it was. And I was like, why would you 6P? If I did 2D, you would have died.
Yeah.
But you did.
Yeah. I bet
Like, literally, I thought you were afraid of 2D, so you were trying to do something faster.
Yeah.
And I would suck out 2K to beat it.
Yeah. That's what I remember. Because you didn't do the fast option or whatever.
Well, I didn't do the longer, because 2D would have reached, but 2K didn't. But 2K was faster.
So, Scott, tell me what's going to make you... After the Evo blow up again, because this whole water issue again, I don't even know how they didn't fix that. In Evo Japan.
Yep. Still
Like-
no water.
But, like, how?
Well, you
I don't
see,
know.
people don't need to drink. It's just a myth.
They haven't addressed it either.
Yeah, and then it's like... What was it? Anime Extension was the same weekend, and they had pictures of ice water on all the tables.
Is Joey's the Evo head? Is he being, like, held gunpoint about water?
Nah, he's just trying to scrape off the top a little bit, because that's how Joey do. It wasn't even Evo selling it, it was the fucking venue. They were getting zero money for those $7 waters. It was just, they just didn't supply water themselves. Like, Joey, my man, you can sell bottled water in your venue for less than the booth outside and still probably make money. Like, if you actually want to continue to scrape off that top, there you go. Words from your boys, Second State.
Have you ever seen the old video of the guy at, like, some con, and he's singing, "I got that ice cold water, and
No.
it's only $1." Well, if they had that at Evo, he'd be killing it.
That guy, he'd be killing
No,
it.
that guy would get shot on sight
Oh.
because he's selling water.
You're right. Joey will come down and spear him himself.
Like when Laurel Park made me dump all my water.
Yeah, Laurel. Yo, Xanadu sucks.
They'll hear you.
I hope they're listening.
Okay.
I still remember. You want to complain about Xanadu real quick?
The 2 times I went, I did have my problems. I'll say that.
Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. You know what? The rest is up to your imagination.
Nah, they'll probably come to us though. What issues did I have with Laurel Park? Like, I love the Xanadu guys. Like, I enjoyed when they had, because like the first Xanadu I went to was when they closed out their closeout of their first venue. I did enjoy that when it snowed.
That was so scummy.
What did they do?
So I'll get into that. So Xanadu, they've always overpriced their venue, in my opinion. Their old venue was like kind of shit compared to other venues I've been to that charged $10. They charged $15 for their venue, and it wasn't that great.
Was it not? Wait, hold on. It was down there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been to Xanadu's before? I want you to give some context so you have some nicer justification because I do like the Maryland guys.
Yes. So you've been to the old venue, right?
Once, which is what we were there last day. So it was a little bit. Have you been to their old venue before their last one?
I've been there. I've been going there for a while. Yes.
Okay.
And I can't. There's times where the lights would sometimes just flicker off and come back on, and I was paying $15 for that venue. Meanwhile, we pay $10 for our venue here in Philly, and it's a way better venue.
About that.
You gonna flex on that?
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Where you going, James?
We're going with that our venues monthly this month, coming of March, is no longer $10 venue fee, but 25 entry.
Yeah, they're doing our usual.
They're
monthly
experimenting.
Yeah, they're
fine.
Experimenting. Yeah, and like it's
so
very
to fill people in.
Yeah,
because it's kind of just a Philly thing. They always did $10 venue, $10 game. Now they're doing $25 venue, game entry is free. You can enter up to 3 games. So in return, if you enter 2 games, it's cheaper than it was before. If you're only entering 1 game, it's $5 more than before. But also, every game gets a $500 pot bonus, which is also nice. And that's why I can justify it because of all the better things about it. But to segue back to Xanadu real quick, after all that venue stuff I talked about, they're like, yeah, we can't pay to maintain this venue. And I'm just here like, how? You've been overcharging venue, in my opinion. Maybe they had a good reason for it, but I just know the people who own the venue were a bit... There's some shady stuff. But then they said Xanadu is closing down. And there's no news of a new venue. And that they were throwing some big final Xanadu, like the final Xanadu party. So a bunch of people come out. Everyone who used to go to Xanadu came out for the last Xanadu that'll ever happen.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's the one I went to.
The day after Xanadu closed, hey guys, Xanadu's opening up in 2 weeks at a new venue. Okay?
Yeah, I can see why that's kind of...
So that was the last Xanadu,
I can see that's kind of whack.
You hyped this up for like a whole month for the finals, the last one that'll ever happen. You don't have a new venue, right? Because, you can just pull a venue out of your ass and move into it in 2 weeks, right? You weren't talking about this with people, or you didn't have things in the work to get a new venue. But no, you wanted people to come out for the final Xanadu, writing off the nostalgia that was Xanadu. Fuck you.
I feel like I remember them making a tribute video that it was like dying, or that they were
Yep.
Did they make one?
Did. Okay. Writing off that. Ugh. Oh. And now it's at a horse track. Why? Probably because it's cheaper or some shit. I don't know. They made Vince pour out his water.
Oh, wait, water.
Some real sad music underneath that.
It's because they had it on a race day. So
that's fine. It's just still funny because we're complaining about water at Evo and also at Xanadu because we couldn't get water.
I realize now that our venue doesn't really supply water, so.
But it also lets you bring it. Yeah. It's also not an event that people fly out to where they may not be able to conveniently bring a case of water with them. A local, we can just throw waters in our bag because we're local. Like, I feel like a local to a major is different. Because, like, if you fly somewhere, you don't have a car. You can't conveniently drive to, like, the local store to get a case of water for the weekend. Okay, so we want the real tech here. Get one of the filtered water bottles. They are great.
Yeah, I did. I followed that after Otaku because I had to taste Florida water for that weekend.
Rip. Yeah, and I had mine all of Took, my filtered water bottle that made water not taste like shit.
They're pretty nice, yeah.
Speaking of water, because at the last Big E thing we went to, at NEC, they had the like water dispensers there, but they didn't bother replacing them. So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's kind of like,
So-
maybe they ran out. Maybe they didn't plan ahead enough. But
So what
I don't know,
I
can't speak to that.
So my reason for bringing this up is, I was extremely like surprised that at MagFest the waters were like always available. Did you notice that?
Yeah, see, MagFest is on its own tier of venues. To be honest, MagFest is godlike.
Might be getting way too big.
They're way too big. And I heard all the shit about, what was it, Katsucon? Some weird things going on.
What happened at Katsucon?
You sent me the link of things that happened at Katsucon.
I feel like that's just like convention stuff.
Is it?
You
People
know what?
having
I mean, if
sex at 4 a.m. in the venue is
Yeah,
just
sounds
normal
about right.
con?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I could ask Kara about convention shits, but you know what? That might be different because she might be talking about furry conventions, but I don't know how much involved furries are.
Yeah,
at
that's probably a
Katsucon.
bit different.
Something about a Sharpie. I don't know.
Something about a Sharpie. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, someone told me a Sharpie story. I don't know. Magfest is fucking great.
MagFest is cool.
Sounds pretty nice.
Definitely go to MagFest. If you can get a room at the Gaylord.
Even if you don't,
Just sleep on the floor.
Even if you don't, it's okay.
it's very okay. It's normal to not get a room. So
Yeah. We just, both our friend groups, we talked about that in our previous cast, though. So we'll,
yeah, so you like every night you just get with a group and just Uber back and forth. That's fine. Or Uber in the morning, Uber at night. Yeah. So,
Just sleep in the venue.
I mean, it's always open.
or just don't sleep.
God, we were up hella late.
Yeah, that was really fun. I didn't expect to do that, and then I did.
One of the
Like,
few
well,
times Vince
we're-
hung out with me and didn't die at midnight.
Yeah, I have this weird thing where I'm a gremlin at my place where I stay up late. But if I ever go to Scott's house, I die instantly. I can't for some reason I can't be a little gremlin at Scott's house.
I'll never understand why. You just lay on my floor and you're just dead.
Midnight comes around, he's out.
Because my carpet's nice or something? I don't know.
That too.
Yeah, my carpet's fucking nice.
I love the picture that Katsu took of me when I was on the floor in my big blue jacket, passed out.
Okay.
It was a really good floor, man. And then you just got a better floor when you moved out. That was great.
It's an okay floor.
Yeah, it's pretty alright.
So neither of you have played the Devil May Cry 5 demo, right?
Correct.
I haven't played any Devil May Cry.
Have
5.
either of you played Devil May Cry at all?
No.
Yes.
There was
Are
a
you
time.
getting-
there was a time when I was like moving from like New York to here, I suppose, somewhere in between. I was at a friend's house, or a family friend's house, and he had Devil May Cry 2 or 3 on his TV in the basement.
2 sucks, so it probably wasn't that one.
I think I was just scared because I was just a little Christian boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I have experience in the past with Devil May Cry.
But yeah, Devil May Cry comes out in March. Hype for that. Demo was really fun. I only played through most of 3. I need to finish that. It's on my backlog.
Only.
I've played 1, 2, and 3 on every difficulty.
I've played none.
Nice.
Nice until you get carpal tunnel from the hardest difficulties, yeah.
I imagine. Because that's Devil May Cry.
Do the controllers do that to you with Devil May Cry?
When you have to mash, like shooting,
Ah.
yeah, it hurts.
Oh, you have to mash and it's not hold. Oh.
Well, it's because they use pistols in the game, so it's like you have
Okay.
to tap for each shot.
You're right.
Yeah, and when it gets on the harder difficulties, things don't die very easily.
Tis a shame.
And it's a very combo-heavy game. Weird execution stuff on a pad.
I forgot I didn't play Bayonetta. I really should. I bought it.
Play DMC instead.
Play Bayonetta and DMC at the same time.
There you go.
2 TVs.
But there's 2 Bayonettas and 5 DMC.
Alright, so like 7 TVs.
Well, DMC 2 doesn't matter.
I'm just tickling your tummy.
Yeah, DMC2 literally doesn't matter.
Did they acknowledge that like 2 sucked or something?
Yeah.
They acknowledge 2 sucked, and they also acknowledge that 2 exists.
But, like, oh yeah. But like, how did they acknowledge that it sucked? I feel like I remember seeing this and like laughing.
There was an article somewhere where they like, I think they like jokingly forgot about 2 when they were talking about the games.
Did they say something wasn't canon?
Yeah. They literally said DMC 2 wasn't canon. Something to do with they had like oversee help with it, and they were saying that's the reason why it's not canon.
Well, if you also look at the story, DMC2 takes place in the future past everything anyway.
Yeah. What's the order? It's 3,
1,
1, 4, 2.
Yeah, something like that.
And now 5's at the end of that.
Yeah. No. SMT Nocturne is the true Devil May Cry 2.
Someone else said that. Is there a reason for that? Elaborate.
Dante is in Nocturne.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, you get him as a party member.
Interesting.
Nocturne, as in
Shin Megami Tensei.
neat. As a party member. Oh.
Yeah, he's just in there.
Well, he's a boss that turns into a party member. Spoilers.
I also need to play Nocturne because, man, Shin Megami Tensei was fun.
Is it?
When I was going through 4, I have a few hours into it.
Is that the DS one, right? Apocalypse?
Yeah. I do want to get into it.
Remember when SMT was on Persona boxes? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Persona's like the watered down version of SMT. It's fun.
Yeah.
I heard 1 and 2 were darker, but no one ever talks about this.
Well, 2 literally has Hitler in it. So.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Stephen King? Or not
You keep going back to that, and I actually don't know if you're right. You keep saying Stephen
Look up
Hawking.
Stephen King. Sorry, not Stephen King. Yeah, Stephen Hawking. Just look up Stephen Hawking boss. Yeah.
Did you look that up already? Is that actually in?
I mean, I know it exists, so
Oh, okay.
I don't need to look it up.
That's fine. I'll believe you.
I do want to get into Shin Megami Tensei.
He's a boss?
He's definitely there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in Shin Megami Tensei 2, not Persona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't say it was from Persona.
Oh. Maybe.
Well, because Persona 2's boss is Hitler, so...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, is he like a final boss?
Yeah. Like, the big bad in Persona 2 is Hitler.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
Except when they brought it over to the US, they didn't want to say
So
Hitler.
he's Fuhrer.
So he's Fuhrer.
Fuhrer is
He's
so
got
much.
sunglasses.
Fuhrer is so much great.
Kohime Enbu is getting a new character. They basically put my OC into the game.
What do you mean, your OC?
They gave me a Lolly Ninja Girl.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm excited to try Kohime. I played Kohime a while ago. It was okay.
I hope she has some character thing that you really don't like.
A what?
I hope there's some kind of characteristic trait, like her voice or something.
Oh
that you
no!
won't
Don't
like.
do this to me.
Oh, we're doing it to you.
Okay, that's fine. Million Arthur Arcana Blood is coming to Steam,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird because it was PS4, and now it's coming to Steam, so it's going to be available in America. But
And it's Japanese only in PS4, right?
Yes.
yeah, you need to go to a Japanese PSN. So it's not coming to PS4 in America. It's coming to Steam, which is a weird jump, especially for Japan.
Yeah, because they usually do like consoles first, Japanese first, consoles first.
They hate Steam.
Man.
I swear, they hate bringing things to Steam.
To be fair, there is some like backlash. On,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know.
But it's
Steam.
just weird how they're going about this. Speaking of Japan and this weird shit, Evo Japan, DOA 6. I assume you two have heard about this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so for anyone who's unaware, DOA 6 was, if you didn't hear about the whole core values shitty meme going on,
It's made its course.
DOA 6 had its exhibition. That ran fine. Then they asked for permission to show off the game a little more. So they started showing off its free camera, how you can move the camera around. They were doing Bass versus Neo Tengu. He did a power bomb, and they froze the camera and just kept panning. Like, haha, look at this. As it looks like Bass is just getting a mouthful of Neo Tengu's ass.
As the usual, you know, Dead or Alive series.
Yeah. And, like, they end up cutting the stream. Mr. Wizard, the water hater.
Water hater.
The water racist. He hates the water
he hates
people.
The water. Goes on the Twitter saying he took on his stream because it didn't represent the brand's core values. Now, while I do agree, they had no sense, like they had no reason to just can't, like they're on a national stream. Why are you showing this stuff off?
Like, I don't know what they expected, I suppose, because I'm pretty sure, like, Japanese, like the advertisers, they've been pretty suggestive to.
I'll get to that in a sec.
Can you go through that? Because I suck at explaining that.
Yeah. So, when DOA 6 first got revealed, they wanted the game to be taken more seriously. And to show that, they put all the characters in a ton of clothing. Kasumi, Ayane, they were clothed from the neck to their ankles. Like, they wanted the game to be taken more seriously because they were tired of their game being shown off in this negative light as like this perfect game.
Shunned out by esports.
Yeah. So, with that said, recent events make no fucking sense. Because at EVO Japan, they had like these quote-unquote booth babes advertising who were just being scandalous as ever. Then we had this whole scene on the stream. Then we get the DOA 6 demo now, where like Honoka has like the most wild outfit, and her idol animation just makes them go all over the place. You should know what I'm talking about. And it's like I never saw a 180 this hard, and like they 180 really hard on this creepy bullshit. And it's like, why? Do you not want to be taken seriously? Do you want to be taken seriously? Was it all a ruse?
It was for the press.
I guess.
It was all press move.
It's just a PR stunt.
They're already showing they're on their shit again, where like the game's not even out yet, and they revealed DLC costumes.
Maybe
like, it's insane.
Maybe they're gonna force everyone with like the default outfit. That's
For
what
esports?
I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I'm pretty sure this outfit for Honoka is her default.
Oh.
I mean, it goes back to like Street Fighter V. They made people not pick Mika's outfit, her default outfit. They're like, no, get off the default.
Yeah.
Can't stop me.
For esports.
When did they like fade out to like the player cam? Was it during someone's super or like win pose? It was like Cammy. I don't know. Remember when they showed it on Disney?
Yeah, it was Cammy or Mika. It was one of them.
Yeah.
Because it was on. Well, no, Smash was on Disney XD.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what did they? Was it Bayonetta's cutting out? I don't remember. They cut out. They faded out early on something, but yeah, esports.
Esports are making it hard for fighting games. Honestly.
We weren't designed for esports. Esports became popular.
We were not. And going off esports events, the Mortal Kombat 11 Summit is happening. Like, Dragon Ball had the Summit of Power. Mortal Kombat 11's having the Summit of Time. Now, so this is getting recruited differently from the Dragon Ball one.
Let's talk about how they got players, they invited players. How they invited players in the Dragon Ball one.
Dragon Ball?
Popularity contest.
Yep. Based off, like, they recommend your players got recommended, then they got to pull the players. And those pull the players were put into, like, a voting gambit with money.
Yeah, with money.
Because money's fun to throw around.
Yeah, it was both a popularity contest and, like, a sponsors thing contest.
Yeah. Because some people got in because they have friends with money.
Yeah, and sponsors.
And sponsors make sure their players get in with money. Mortal Kombat 11 isn't doing that. It's entirely invite only, where they pick the players. And the issue with the Mortal Kombat community is some people are complaining because top players aren't getting in, but top personalities are. Meaning, people like Chris G and Sherry Janix. These are the two big ones that people are complaining about.
Isn't Justin Wong also?
Yeah, Justin Wong, I believe, is there too. Yeah. He's not as bad, but people haven't complained about him as much, but his name gets thrown in there. Because apparently, last year's Mortal Kombat EVO champion wasn't invited. At least wasn't invited yet. I don't know if the invites are done. So, but people on Twitter were complaining, saying, I have all these tournament results, yet Chris G, Sherry Jennings, and Justin Wong, who have no results, are at this Summit of Time. What the hell is this? And they want personalities. And people who are complaining, saying, I will blow your back out in Mortal Kombat, play for your spy, I will destroy you. It's like, you know, maybe that's why you're not at the Summit of Time. Maybe you are a horrible personality, and they don't want you on Summit of Time. You ever think about that? Because I'm reading through the comments, and these people are being big salt babies about some of this. And, like, so when I first started reading into this, I was like, okay, I understand. People are upset they're not here. They had the skill. They showed it. They competed. They've placed well. They've been loyal to this game. And they're getting shit on for all these people who weren't loyal to the game.
The Summit isn't really your standard tournament sort of thing. I mean,
but
if you want to...
It's clout. It's a clout event.
It's a clout.
Really big clout event. Like, this is hella esports. And so people want to be there.
And it's to be entertaining, not exactly show who's the best. That's like, I mean, there are a bunch of other tournament majors that do that. So
it's not a tournament. It's a summit.
Yeah.
It's different. So, Summit of Power was a tournament too, though.
Yeah. I didn't really watch too much of the Summit, but like, what other things did they do that were... What other things did the Dragon Ball Summit do that wasn't also the tournament, the main tournament?
Combo Exhibition, Jenga, Mafia. I'm missing one.
What's Mafia?
Yeah, like Werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a spoken game.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing one.
They did that, like, cheesy 80s sitcom opening. That was a thing.
Oh, and they did the Ginyu Force picture.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So weird stuff like that. It's like all to be entertaining. Which is why I understand voting in people was a way to go. Who do people want to see here? But this is just invites based on this. Jay Wong has been known for playing Mortal Kombat. Chris G is also weird. Well, not weird, but weird that people are complaining. Because I've known him for playing Mortal Kombat.
I didn't know about Jay Wong and Mortal Kombat. I thought he was a Street Fighter guy.
Have you never seen the clip?
Is it with the spam? The missile spam?
The rockets.
He's gonna learn today.
Yeah, you're gonna learn today?
Is it the missile spam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
But he's played in Mortal Kombat tournaments before. So has Chris G. Chris G's name is even in the credits of some of the Mortal Kombat games.
Sorry.
Like, he helped with the games a little. I think it was like testing or something. I don't know.
This is my fault for being a newborn FGC baby. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so him being there makes sense in that regard, but he doesn't have recent placements. And one of the threads I was reading was Chris G was saying all this. He was defending himself, and all these players were like, yeah, but you're not good. I will destroy you in this game. And it's like he's like, I don't care if you'll destroy me in this game. Like, I'm in the Summit for my personality, and clearly you're not. So it's like, and I'm not part of the Mortal Kombat community. I haven't enjoyed the game since 9. Even 9, I don't enjoy anymore. Injustice was okay. I hated Injustice too. And it's just, I hate to see a community go at each other like this, even if I'm not a part of it. And maybe I'm not. Maybe you guys don't think I'm even favorable to speak to this because I'm not part of it. But looking in from the outside, this is my opinions, and this is how this community looks to me. If you're part of this community, I'm sorry your community looks this way right now. Like, this looks really bad.
I remember seeing the tweet where how, like, the Mortal Kombat competitive community has, like, all this stuff, yet they're still, like, throwing shit at each other. It's like, why? You guys have, like, literally the best environment for, like, an FGC community. You got NetherRealm Studio, like, fully supporting it. I don't remember what else they had, but, like, stop complaining.
Yeah, it's just people are going to complain. And it just sucks because, like, I don't know. The whole community thing's annoying to me because, like, it's just something personal that happened recently with our scene where it's just for this month, our local scene doesn't have Guilty Year anymore. We don't have a local for this month, at least. Because people didn't show up. So it's like, if you don't support your scene your scene is going to fall apart. And that's kind of what I see here. If you're not supporting your own scene, it's only going to hurt it in the long run. And that's honestly what I see with this Mortal Kombat thing.
I mean, there are some other factors that were put into just this past month not being our like most active attendance.
Yeah, but it's the general principle of support your scene.
I'm just very surprised that ours is even like going this long, because I'm pretty sure we're like the lowest attendance.
We didn't have numbers for a while.
Yeah,
we used to have like 20 people consistently at our local, and last local we had 7.
That's whatever. I know Kyle's been like pushing Guilty Gear real hard, so thanks to him.
Yeah. He's been supporting the game and trying to like keep it. He's actually been pushing really hard to even keep the game in our local. I believe some of the higher ups didn't want the game there anymore. But like, see, this is also what I mean by supporting it, because like you and me especially have been pushing this game at our own local so hard. He saw that and wanted to keep this game here for us, essentially. But we were the only ones. I mean, we had other local people. You guys know who you are, who show up all the time, who support it. So it's like, support your scene. This is the end of it. If you don't have a scene, make a scene and support it. Just make it right now.
I'm attempting to do that in Delaware, but it's almost my year out.
Yeah. It's tough, especially because, like, how long are you even going to be in Delaware anymore? Like
that, plus it's too many games to account for. Also, we're pretty small.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like as I was saying in one of my previous stories, I believe I said on the podcast.
Yeah, I think you did it.
How I met my local scene through... Actually, no. I don't think it was. It might have been on our previous cast. Yes, I'll go into this real quick. My local college scene, I was the only one who played fighting games in my group originally. I met everyone else almost by accident. One was a friend's roommate who was like, yo, what's this Marvel 3 game? And I started showing him. He learned the game. Then we had a programming class together. We were waiting for the teacher to come in, so we were just looking at Marvel 3 footage. And a friend of mine walked past and said, yo, is that Marvel 3? Great game. Or we were watching the event. He's like, yo, that was a great event. I was watching that too. And we were like, oh shit, someone else who plays Marvel 3. So we met up with them and their friend group, and then we got like this friend group of Marvel players through college. So stuff like that's just neat. It just kind of happens, but it's a small group. It's just your college campus. If no one else plays, no one else plays. Like, you only have your friend group. Because I went to college in Williamsport, PA. If you don't know where that is, it's because it's in the middle of nowhere. And it's like 2+ hours to get to anything. And even then, we couldn't find the local stuff sometimes.
Anyways, I won't blame you if you aren't able to go out, because I understand it can be annoying. Oh, like the same as when the Eunice shill was going around. It's like, oh, just go to your local, make one.
It's tough making your local. I used to be in Reading, PA, actually, and I used to we only had a Smash local, so I went to Smash. I entered a tournament, and I always brought my Guilty Gear setup. Handful of people played it or would watch and be like, yo, this game looks great, but I can't play fighting games. I'm like, you play Smash. Like, sure, the transition is barely different, but like, people just refuse to try new things sometimes. So it's really tough to build that local, especially if no one plays in your area. Especially if the people who do play aren't looking to find that you're posting. Like, I would always post, hey, I'm going to have Guilty Gear here, I'm going to have Guilty Gear here. And people who actually played Guilty Gear didn't look. I had one person who found my posts who lived like over 2 hours away from me, who drove 2 hours every week to the Smash local where I brought Guilty Gear to play with me. And he was new too. He literally just came to learn. And that was every week. It's crazy. And it's like, that's a commitment you have to have sometimes, honestly.
I guess the point that I was trying to make was, I won't blame you, because there are a lot of factors of how you can't, find a major or not a major, find a local. I will blame you for if you're trying to find a local and there is one, and then you just like don't go.
Oh no, it's 30 minutes away from me.
That's when you're contributing to the problem.
when I lived in Reading, I had some people who lived 15 minutes away from the venue who I could never get to show up. But I had this person coming from 2+ hours away to play.
I'm pretty sure you've like DM'd like maybe like a good handful of people that you're like, oh shit, you're from Philly? Yeah, here's our local, and then they don't come.
Yep, they just don't show up. That happens a lot. And they're like, wow, I didn't know we have a local. I'm like, you know now. Come chill, come play. Like, yeah, I want to play. I'll be there.
Yeah, that when they say, oh yeah, I'd love to play. It's like, do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Will you though?
And then FC moved to West Coast.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to play with him, and I realized he was in Philly. I didn't realize he was, and then he moved. It's okay. And then we met at Seotaku. It's fine.
It happens. Oh, one final thing I wanted to get into was, speaking of like this fighting game advice, because it's something that came up when I was helping a local May player get better, and it was when someone asks for advice, it's sometimes tough to give advice if the player doesn't have a strong fundamental basis, because a lot of times you're just pointing out like, oh, you dropped your combos a lot, you didn't finish your setups. So the best advice I can give to someone in that regard is saying like, get the hit and finish your shit, get the knockdown, run that shit. And being able to play that one player game is super important, because it'll help you pick out the bigger problems in their play. Sure, sometimes you can point things out like, hey, I did 2D dolphin set 5 times in a row and you let me get away with it. You can counter hit me for that. Dude, please do that. Like small things like that even. But it's just easier if they have this one player game established. And my local May player who I've been helping can do that now. He can knock me down and I actually have to guess. Like, I'm scared.
Yeah, I've been getting scared of his May recently.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, y'all are wimps. Don't be scared.
Sorry, I don't have to tell you.
Fuck you.
Shut up. Just because I can counter effectively.
And now I'm able to point out like things to him easily. And it's like having someone who's willing to listen and executes on what you tell them is great. It's more beneficial for both the player and the teacher. So that's just something I want to throw out as like a fighting game tip, because a lot of people come to me for response, and it's like if I play with you, it's easier for me to pick stuff out. If I watch footage, it's easier to pick stuff out. If you give me a specific scenario, it's a bit more difficult. And so these are just ways for people to help themselves or help other people. Because there's a lot of questions, even just how to help someone else I get questions about. So that's just a big one for me. I don't know if you two have any experience with helping people coming to you for...
So it's just a me thing for anyone that's ever asked me advice. It's 100% my fault if I don't give advice or don't give good advice. It's more of a confidence kind of thing. That, or I'm too scared of giving not good advice because I guess of the way I play. Also, I suppose my lack of game knowledge.
And so this actually happened to me at Frosty too. Someone asked me a question while we were playing casuals. I literally just booted up training mode to show them. And like this was knowledge I knew and I was just stressing it to them. But like if you don't know and you want to help someone, just go to training room real quick. Run through the scenario with them. It's easier with 2 controllers than with a bot, honestly.
Because Guilty Gear's training mode is not that good.
It's better than some others, but
that's true.
It's lacking some things. Like only 3 recording slots. It's like, there's so many scenarios. Like there's so many options in every scenario that 3 recordings isn't enough.
Better than none. When Dragon Ball had like a year of... Did it take them a year to update training room or like...
Yes, but now they have 10 recording slots.
Oh. Which games had the wake up options? I know
Eunice has it.
Mm-hmm.
Street Fighter 5 has it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I apologize if I'm...
BB Tag has it.
It's 100% my fault for being awful at giving advice, and I apologize.
See, it comes over time, honestly. The more people ask you for advice and the more you give advice, the better you'll get at it. It's like anything, any learned skill. You just gotta know how to like word stuff. Like the more you help someone, the more you'll do it.
It's like every time I give advice, I'm like, I don't know how real it is, but but for some reason it's been working, and so that's why I do it.
I'm not sure if this is a real thing.
Like that's just say like even just stressing, I got away with this. I keep getting away with this. Don't let me get away with this is good advice.
I feel like one thing I do a lot that others I don't know how real it is, but I like doing on enemy wake up, just like Slayer, cross up, JD stuff. I don't know how real it is, but I feel like I don't see too many Slayers doing that.
As in coming down with JD?
So like yeah. So like you're waking up, but I'm like in the air. And then what I have been doing is like forward dash jump. And then I go behind you, and then I'll either do, a cross up or not cross up, just JD, and then straight down Dandy. But I mean, I'll also do like.
It's just cost meter. That's probably why you don't see a lot of people do it.
And then then after that, do bite. But like I also do far slash on block, and then IAD cross up something. That's not real at all, but I get away with it a lot. Yeah.
That's hella fake.
Cross-up stuff is only real because they're afraid of the frame trap that also comes off that jump cancelable button.
See, I play very much to the feel. That's why I kind of suck at giving advice.
Like,
and I also...
one big thing I do with Mei, I don't see a lot of Meis do aside from like Kadako maybe, is I'll do 5P 5H and 5P IAD J2H. J2H puts me in a really good situation and beats a lot of Mash. And 2P 5H also beats Mash. But the IAD is something I get away with because they're afraid of the actual frame trap. Stuff like that.
Anyways, my point is I'm making a confession where I don't know, I can't put like names into moves very well, I guess. Because like if you were to give me like a set of pictures from Dustloop of what each frame was, and like, okay, which one's Johnny's 5D or 5H or whatever, Soul's 2S, I wouldn't pass that test. Let's say that.
Well, 2S is an easy button to recognize.
Yeah. But like just like everyone's characters. That's just a confession.
And it's something you kind of want to get in the habit of knowing because...
Very much it is.
When people explain it to you, it'll make more sense. You don't want to give them that blank stare and be like, they're like, oh, well, if I do the 5D into the 2P into the overhead thing, you don't want to be like, yeah, I know. Thank you for that advice. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
That might be the problem that I'm in, and it's my fault completely.
Yeah, boy, I'd hate to get counter hit by that.
It's like, baby, that's a tough one.
Is it my ignorance and stubbornness? Yeah. And I apologize.
I mean, do you just not pay attention when you play as much?
I don't know, man. I just play Guilty Gear because it's fun. Do I even play Guilty Gear, or do I just play Slayer? Okay.
I think you just play CSGO at this point.
That was me with Guilty Gear for a while. I didn't play Guilty Gear, I just played Mei. Now I play Answer.
I play the Azami.
Now I don't play just Mei, I just play Mei and Answer, and I can't play another character.
Anyone that's played with me or followed me for Guilty Gear knows that I play for fun. I play for funsies.
But having fun is hard.
That's one thing I've been trying to drill into you.
Just have fun.
If it's not fun, why bother?
Oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. See,
Reggie, wait, why am I here? Oh, Miss Reggie.
You want to know what's fun? Apex. We should probably just go play some more Apex.
Okay.
We're getting to the end of this.
Okay, I'm down for Apex.
Yeah, this has gone on for a while.
What a great segue into stop recording.
You're just stopping this.
Get some more money for those new characters.
Yeah, it's like I honestly didn't expect me to like Apex this much. It's like, wow.
You do now.
I don't like first-person shooters. So
yeah.
He's not like shit.
Like, goddamn, I can't believe Apex did this to me.
They diddled you.
Because I don't want to get into the character leaks because I don't know how true it is. Basically, 2 new characters coming.
Go for it, then.
Rumor is they're going to have has a label in the code that says Stimpact. We have no idea what kind of Stimpact. and the other one has something to do with trap. That's all we know.
Astolfo.
Whether this is real or not, whether these are scrapped ideas that are just still in the code, I don't know. But saving up money, I kind of want Caustic, but I'm okay with waiting to see what these new characters are. Because God knows we're getting something in March.
More loot boxes.
Hey, in the battle pass eventually. But yeah, I'm going to go play more Red Bugs.
Okay. Alright, okay, I'll stop